Hello, beloved listeners, and welcome to Sneople at the Movies, film criticism by people who actually like film. Join us as we delve into movies we love, movies we respect, and movies we wish we could unsee. From the kids who are once again hosting the award show of the year, it's Sneople at the Movies. I'm Helena.
I'm Maddie.
And I'm Ezra.
You know it is fucking the Helena Awards. It is the fucking Helena Awards.
What is it? And it's so late. It's almost April.
And it's so late. It's almost April. I'm going to say this the one time, and we can't say anything else about it again. The Wiccan curse got us again.
It did.
So, but the point is, it's now the Helena Awards, and that's the most important thing. And I know you've all been waiting on the edge of your seats.
Yeah. We'll get through this as best as I can, because, I do still have a cough. It's mild. But that's why we didn't record the last time. We should have recorded, because I was like, I can't speak without coughing. I'm fine. It's all fine. But I will probably be doing a significant amount of talking in this episode. I was probably thought it best to wait. But here I am. In almost April.
If Helena coughs in this episode and I don't cut it out, you can't be mean about it to either of us.
I'll try and mute it if I feel it coming on. Like right now, for instance. Hang on.
And it's allergy season, so you guys there has to be grace in this
there we
community.
Go, I just muted it.
Good job,
Nicely
Helena.
done. I am, I'm
Good
having
catch,
my fucking ass handed to me by the local pollen producers.
Yeah. I'm having my ass handed to me by the fact that it's like fucking 70 degrees right now.
Oh, that's weird.
It's hot, bro. According to my computer, temperatures to plummet, which is kind of like, thank God. Global warming, dog.
Craziness.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like it.
Real quick, what we sneeped? And let's
sneep,
right
bro.
into it.
Let us sneep.
Let's sneep.
I will skip through some of these because I will be talking about them in the Helena Awards, of course.
Okay.
But I watched The Brutalist. I went to see The Monkey.
The Monkey.
I rewatched Two Towers during the Oscars, LOL, because the stream kept dying. And I was like, this is more interesting, and now I'm invested. I watched Matt and Mara. I watched Baby Girl. I watched Small Things Like These, Christmas Eve and Miller's Point, Alien Romulus. I went to go see Mickey 17, which was, fine. Robert Pattinson, you mean everything to me? I just want him to know that.
Girl,
I don't know if he's listening. But this is for him. He did sound a lot like Steve Buscemi, though. Good God. I was like, I know that he said in interviews, I kind of didn't intend to make it sound like Steve Buscemi, but that's what it is. And when I was looking away,
he was possessed
from the screen, I was like, Christ, it does sound a lot like Steve Buscemi in Fargo.
It does.
But there you go. I watched Crash. I rewatched Crash. Coincidentally, did not plan this, but on David Cronenberg's birthday. Happy birthday, girl. I rewatched Raiders of the Lost Ark. I watched Black Bag. I went to go see Black Bag in theaters, a movie that I did not hear about until 2 weeks before it came out. LOL.
I haven't even
heard about it. And then I was like,
oh,
it's the new Soderbergh. Because, they haven't marketed it at all.
I didn't hear about it until I saw a trailer before Mickey 17.
Yeah, literally, I saw a trailer before The Monkey, and I was like, it's a Soderbergh? Because I saw a Subway ad for it, and I was like, this is unfortunate. Looks like a direct-to-streaming situation for these big stars. And then I saw a trailer for it, and I was like, A, Tom Burke is in it. Mm-hmm. B, it's a Steven Soderbergh movie. Why did nobody fucking tell me this? So I had to go and see it. And it's great. And then I got sick. LOL. And I had a full week off of work almost. And I rewatched The Philadelphia Story. I rewatched Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I watched 3 movies a day. Don't text. I rewatched Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I watched Starship Troopers. The movie Buffy the Vampire Slayer, correct. With Donald Sutherland and Rutger Hauer and Luke Perry. and David Arquette playing a gay guy. Not really, but yes. And I watched Edge of Tomorrow with everybody's favorite pathetic little meow meow, Tom Cruise. Wonderful movie. Very romantic movie. IMO. My Onion. I rewatched The Truman Show. Great movie. I watched Vanilla Sky, another Tom Cruise movie. Not very good, I don't think, but certainly interesting. Very, very 2000s, very Cameron Crowe. I finally watched Memento. Crossed that one off the list. Good movie. I rewatched The Royal Tenenbaums, which is perfect. Haven't seen that one in a really long time, so I was like, oh, right, it's perfect. LOL. Good to see that one again. I also watched Postcards from the Edge, and I watched The Quick and the Dead. And I haven't watched any other movies since then because I'm still recovering from watching The Quick and the Dead. I'll get over it eventually, but yeah, that's kind of right up my alley. And that's what I've seen.
2 to 3 business
we'll talk
weeks,
about, yeah, we'll talk about The Quick and the Dead at a later episode, but
yeah. Hopefully I'll have seen it by then because I'm very tempted.
Yeah.
Okay. I finished Firefly, finally. Sounds like a big achievement. Obviously it's not, but I got there. I did it. And then I watched Serenity with friend of the show, Leia. We had a great time. And then I did double feature with some friends of Jawbreaker and Can't Hardly Wait. So, 90s high school movies. I had not seen either of them, and I had a fucking ball. They're both very fun. Nice. I've been tired. I've been busy. I've been watching a lot of shit on YouTube. Sorry to movies.
Yeah.
That's me. That's it.
They forgive you.
I also have an apologies to issue to the concept of film.
Yeah,
because I looked and I was like, I went to go see Mickey 17 in the theater and apparently have not watched a movie since then. I'm not really sure what I've been doing with my life, other than I read 500,000 words of Disco Elysium fanfiction in the last week. I haven't played Disco Elysium. I'm having a weird one. I started going to the gym. I don't know. Mickey 17 was fun. I don't know. I'm glad that other people were kind of underwhelmed, because I was like, this was okay.
Yeah, I mean, I had high expectations, so, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
You can do better. I know you can do better.
I've been told that I will have fun.
It's a good time.
Yeah.
It's just, it's not that deep.
Yeah, which is fine.
Yeah, doesn't need to be.
I did not get it hyped up. I didn't even know who was directing it until I was told randomly by a friend, and then I was like, oh, that's cool.
Nice.
So, yeah.
I finally managed to corral my beloved roommates long enough to make progress on Severance Season 2. And so that's systematically melting my brain. And that's me.
I won't talk to you about it, because, again, I have finished it.
No, yes, okay, no spoilers,
alive,
please,
though.
everybody. And I guess I have to play Disco Elysium now.
Yes, you do.
I mean, you don't have to, but I mean,
I'm gonna,
sure.
but I got it off of the Internet Archive. I'm excited.
Yeah, you should. It's good. It's 1 million words of text, and it's good.
That's bug nuts.
Yeah. It's longer than all of the Lord of the Rings books, including The Hobbit. It's double that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sick as hell.
You're not reading all of those words in one playthrough, but
there are a lot.
There's a lot of the words.
You know what I feel like I want for next year? I think we should see if Johnny will write us a fanfare for the Helena Awards.
Oh, that's a great idea.
I think that would be really fun. Just be like, can we get a 15-second fanfare for the Helena Awards?
Oh.
Because I feel like it deserves one.
I'll message him later and ask.
Because I'm really hype about it. I guess I could just message him and ask, we are also friends, but,
Yeah, I was going to say, the turnaround on that's probably pretty short. I don't know if he could get it by the time I need to have it edited, but we'll see.
Who knows?
Anyway,
Well, I wish
we
Conan
sneaked.
O'Brien was here to, like,
I don't.
you know...
I don't.
I do.
Okay.
I don't have any
well,
beef.
you're
I'm
outvoted.
just... Well, I don't
Well,
have any
but it's
beef.
my
I'm just
award
saying
show.
he's probably
Okay, fair.
expensive, and we've got us.
Well, I know, but he does have a lot of podcasts, to be fair, that he's already
Who would you
hosting.
kick out in favor of him?
Nobody. We'd have a fourth.
Special
But
guest
just for
Conan
this one
O'Brien.
episode to host
He's
the awards
here
that
in
the
spirit.
Oscars. Yeah.
Okay.
But we don't have him,
I
so
forgot
it's
that he
fine.
hosted
It's
the
a moot
Oscars.
point. Anyway.
Yeah, it's okay. We have 3
it's a
people
moot
who are
point.
shorter than Conan O'Brien.
That's true. If you put all 3 of us together, we'd almost be as tall as him.
Yeah.
Almost.
You could stack us all up like a Voltron. Fuck.
There we go.
I
That's
don't know what that
not
is,
quite how
but that's
Voltron
fine.
works, but that's the 3 a full sliding scale of Voltron. On the legs. Anyway,
Y'all know the Helena Awards.
you know it, you love it.
Any kind of reminders? There are some new categories this year, courtesy of Maddie and Leia. I asked for some, and they gave me some. Some of them are silly.
We gave you so many.
They're just, I mean, the whole concept of this is silly, obviously.
Can you
so I'm
just
kind
give
of
a
leaning into the
reminder
spirit.
to everybody in case we have any new listeners?
Of what this is?
Yeah, what's the concept of the Helena Awards for anyone who has
It
not
is an
listened to
award
previous
show.
ones?
I watch the movies that I watch in a year. I try to watch a decent amount of new movies that come out in the year, and I make my own little Googie Doc for it of my personal choices to win all of the awards. Some of which are awards that are typical, that you would find in any other award show, like Best Actor, Best Actress, Best Director, Best Picture, etc. Some of which are awards which are like specialized that you see in some other awards, like smaller indie award shows, but not at the Oscars. And some of which are just goofy. Some of which there's like literally an award about like who I thought was like the hottest this year. Like it's not that serious, but it is a little thing that I do to counter the Oscars just for myself.
And does
And
it cover movies that only were released in this year or that you saw for the
Yes.
first time in this year?
Only movies that were released in this year. I made
Okay.
a separate doc this year for movies that I saw that did not come out this year.
All right.
That is a separate thing which we can it is complete. We can also do a separate little thing on that sometime for Patreon if we want. I'm also
think
happy to leave a little link on the website to it to share because it's nothing too fancy. Graphic design is my passion. So I basically just, make little lists and put screen caps through it. And sometimes the spacing is weird because I don't get paid to do this and I don't care. I would like it to
works in mysterious ways.
And I try to resize the pictures and frame and like place them so that they won't do that, but like inevitably it happens.
Yeah.
For awards, which are awards at the Academy, like the Oscars, if any of my choices line up, I add an extra one so that, I don't know, there's a full slate of at least like 5 people. For example, for like Best Supporting Actor, we have one shared choice, me and the Oscars, in that category. So I added just one more, so there's like 5 guys in there that didn't get recognized that I'm going to shout out because I want to recognize the ones that, didn't get it. But also acknowledge the fact that like maybe the Academy made some good choices this year. Every category has, I think, at most 5. Like without that caveat that I just mentioned, except for Best Picture, which has 10. And I just randomized the categories this year, so I wouldn't have to pick which ones to choose first. LOL. But if there's any ones that you want to hear in any particular order, too, we can always go out of order.
Sure.
Best Picture will be last. But other than that,
I kind of love the way it's arranged right now.
This makes perfect
I think
sense
this
to me.
is great. I'm putting my virtual hand up. We have an awards order that we are looking at on the Sneople side. Do you have and this is not me requesting one, this is a curiosity. Do you have a list that has all of the nominations for each category? Or are we finding them out in media res as you were telling us, like the listener at home?
In my category? Oh, did I not put it? Oh, dear.
No, it's just a list of awards order, and then we have the document for all the movies you watched this year.
I managed the sharing access, but I didn't put it in the Discord.
Okay. Good news, everybody. We're getting new documents.
New documents.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, see, this is the part I love, is there's the gold line breaks, and there's the photos, and
so yes, the gold line breaks, I do like those. At least there's that.
Yeah,
but there's just a couple of pages where it's just so fucked. I'm so annoyed about
Google
that.
Docs sucks, man.
It does.
This is my brief beef with Google Docs. I use Firefox. Google Docs sometimes just straight up does not work with Firefox, and this is a known issue, and it's stupid as fuck. Anyway,
I've noticed. It's very annoying.
Cool. I'm ready to go.
Yeah. Well, the first category, I don't know if you can scroll down with me or you can wait to hear. The first category is Best Ensemble, which is a great category that I love, that we do not have at the Oscars. Probably fair because they have it at the SAG Awards. But anyway, going like bottom to the top, Best Ensemble, Juror Number 2. Christmas Eve and Miller's Point. Something for, this is just for Maddie and Ezra, but anything that's in italics is the picture that I chose for that particular category. Yeah. So that one is below. So Christmas Eve and Miller's Point, Sing Sing, Janet Planet, and the winner is Between the Temples, which is just Best Ensemble is a really interesting category because like I struggle with it when there's like actors in the cast that I'm already awarding in other categories as well, and then it feels like almost redundant to say Best Ensemble, but there are like true Best Ensemble movies where it's like the strength of this movie is dependent on all of these people, some of whom I can't honor in every single category. So Between the Temples is just one of those where there's like maybe 4 Best Supporting Actress performances in that movie that I think are just great. That and like it's just such a
but they're cohesive together also.
They're cohesive and they depend on each other.
Right.
And there's a really great scene towards the end of the movie that is just would not hit as well as it would have if it hadn't had this great cast to just make it as awkward and sad as possible and also like warm and lovely as possible. Between the Temples is really good. I think everyone should watch it. If anyone still has Netflix, it is on Netflix still.
I was gonna do a double feature of that and something else that was an extremely Jewish movie. Now I can't remember what it was, and so
A Real
go back
Pain?
and listen to. Yes, that was it. Okay, I still really want to do that. Maybe I'll do that one. I'll pick a day where I can be like, I'm taking time off for Passover. Wink, wink.
LOL.
Wait, hold on. So your best pick, this is not important. Your best pick was Between the Temples, but Christmas Eve and Miller's Point is the one italicized.
Yes. So the reason that that's the case is that I also like was moving down. I tried to make sure that as many movies as possible got a little picture. Best Young Actor is the next category. This is a smaller category because I couldn't really think of a ton of them, but I had a very clear winner. So the 3 that I chose were Esther Rose McGregor from Baby Girl, who is someone's daughter. I wonder if you can guess who.
Yeah, really, really confusing to me.
Yeah, really hard to guess whose daughter that could possibly be. But good for her. She's good at it. Like, she's a Nepo baby, but like, you know.
Are we not all Nepo babies? At least 2 of us are.
Know. A couple of us are. I mean, to a degree. It's not like my parents are getting me jobs in movies.
No.
But, and I don't know. She could have auditioned. I'm sure she did, and I'm sure she was very good because she's good in the movie.
And she did a good job.
and she did a good job. Congratulations. I have no problem with Nepo babies as long as they're good, to be clear. I just
as long as they are able to do the damn job.
As long as they can act, I don't give a shit. It was just funny because I was watching the movie and I was like, this actress playing this daughter is really good. And I looked her up and I was like, oh, she's Ewan McGregor's daughter. LOL. Okay, great. Good for her. The next runner-up is Alicia Weir from Abigail, who's just so terrifying and funny and just pulls off a lot of stuff that I wouldn't expect her to be able to pull off at her age. Just very smart performer, and a good dancer too. Got that theater background clearly, but the winner is Zoe Ziegler in Janet Planet, who is just I think an unknown before this, and just kind of a natural. Especially at capturing that particular cadence of Annie Baker's writing. And it's just a wonderful face, wonderful to watch. Beautiful mother-daughter chemistry with Julianne Nicholson, who plays her mom in the movie. Yeah, she is the clear winner for me in that category. But the picture obviously is Alicia Weir from Abigail. Hello.
I still am very excited to see that. I've heard that it's like fine.
Yeah.
But that's fine. The premise is interesting enough that I imagine I'll at least have fun.
Yeah, she's very fun in it. Oh, this is a fun category coming up. LOL.
I love this one.
This is the Tex Avery Awooga Wolf Award.
I think that really just explains itself.
I hope so, but for those people who don't know, this is obviously a reference to the very famous wolf from the Tex Avery cartoons, whose eyes pop out of his head and goes awooga awooga and hits himself over the head with a mallet whenever he sees a hot chick. So these are the people that drove me crazy this year. I'm sorry, women. They're all men. I was really upset about that. It's not the case for my other document. For the movies that I saw this year that didn't come out this year, it's just like, for some reason, this was a year where I was like, men?
Helena, remember, please try not to click when you're talking.
I'm so sorry. LOL.
You gotta let it rip, bro.
Habit. I know, I'm just like, I'm getting too excited about this this award, and I'm just clicking all over the place.
Every click is equal to one Awooga.
I could not figure out I keep forgetting that noise is you clicking. I'm like, what's that noise?
Yeah, I'm watching you move around.
Helena going ape.
Yeah. Awooga! Click.
Sorry, I was coughing.
Oh, okay. I thought I was like, sorry. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings.
No, you didn't. It's so funny, I don't even realize that I'm doing it, but you made me laugh, and so I started coughing.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. So this is the Tex Avery Awooga Wolf Award. It goes... Sorry, hang on.
It's okay, take your time.
It's the combination of the clicking and also just having to say Tex Avery Awooga Wolf over and over again.
You don't have to say it anymore. We're fine. We're safe.
Alright. So Sebastian Stan and A Different Man. Irony upon ironies. He's in that. Mike Feist in Challengers and The Bike Riders. Adrian Brody in The Brutalist. I'm sorry, he's really a mess in that movie, but what do you want me to do?
He is one of those actors who is objectively hotter when he's having a bad time.
Yes.
If he had not been on this list for you, I would have been confused. Obnoxious.
Yeah, it's like... I'm sorry, I have to have the caveat for that because it's like, you need to understand he's really going through it in this movie, and it's a really great performance, but I'm also just like, God, he's so hot. Even when he's like really depressed and emaciated. I can't do this. But yeah, he's going through it in that movie for sure. But next up on the list is Tom Burke and Furiosa. My God. I'm so happy that he's in movies now, because like that's a beautiful thing. And he's so hot in Furiosa that I like nearly my knees were knocking together. But the winner because partly was the double whammy of these two movies. The winner is Josh O'Connor in Challengers and La Chimera. He, of course, is in the picture below from the sauna scene in Challengers. This is not somebody who I was like, I think the main thing that I had seen Josh O'Connor in before Challengers was God's Own Country back in, I want to say, what was that, 2017, I think?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, he's very good in it. But I was like, that was not somebody who I was like, oh yeah, he's really sexy. That's not the vibe that he gives off in that movie. He's very good in it, not the vibe he gives off. And then he was stuck in The Crown for a few years. I say stuck, obviously that very much helped his career, but like he was playing Prince Charles in The Crown, so not the sexiest role for sure. And so I went into Challengers being like completely not expecting that to happen, and then I was like, oh, so he's a bisexual tennis player, and he's a piece of shit. Interesting. And then I saw La Chimera like 2 months later, and he's got the beard and the rumpled suit, and he's depressed, and I'm like, interesting. And he learned Italian for that movie, and I was like, interesting. Very, very interesting. So he's won me over. He's convinced me. Congratulations to him for all of his successes this year. He's a very good actor. And also, he's very hot. He's the winner of the Tex Avery Awooga Wolf Award. I said it one more time. There we go. I feel bad for Mike Feist that he's so low down on this list, because he was in Challengers too. But he's the nice guy kind of in Challengers, so he has less of that going on. Worst quality. Oh, yes. The next category is worst quality to hype ratio. This was a Leia suggestion, I believe.
I think so.
Let me see if I can find this.
I could double check and see who suggested what. Let me do some digging.
Yeah. Now, we said we weren't going to mention Wicked again.
Tread carefully, Helen.
Okay, give me 1 second. Let me get this cough out of the way because I can feel Elphaba bringing it on. 1 second.
Okay, I found all who suggested what, and it was in fact Leia.
Yeah.
And then underneath I say all my suggestions are based in haterism.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got less haterific later.
I mean, I used to have a category in this that was like worst film, and I felt that was kind of not, it is kind of reductive. So I think the ones that you suggested are a more interesting way of expressing my haterism. This category obviously refers to like, these movies had a lot of hype from some corner of the world. And I saw them and I was like, interesting. So Wicked did not actually top this list. Could you believe it? Wicked is number 3. I didn't have like a full category for this one because I just honestly didn't see a lot of, really terrible movies this year, which is very good. But Wicked is definitely on here. That definitely had some hype from some people where they're like, no, it's really good. Trust me. And I watched it and I was like, I mean, there's some parts of this that are good, which is why it's towards the bottom of the list. Like there's some effort being put in. Anyway, I won't speak anymore because I'm going to curse this episode again. And I can't risk it anymore. The next on the list is The Substance. This is, this is what The Substance is one of those movies that like, I think I've talked about this. This is the kind of the Barbie of the year for me, I think, where I saw something that a lot of people really, really liked, like passionately liked. And I was like, it's fine. And saying that was like saying that it killed the dinosaurs or something. So I don't know, but like, I think it's fine. I'm certainly impressed and very pleased with the fact that something as gross as that movie got as far as it did in the serious quote-unquote awards race. I think that's hilarious and very cool. And I certainly admire the parts of it that are gross and nasty. But I also feel like it's not quite clear on its message, which does matter because people keep walking away from it talking about the message. And I just don't think that is as clear and... Sorry.
I was just gonna say, based on what I've heard, it seems like similar to Barbie. The message people have walked away with is like feminism. It's do you remember when Blade Runner 2 came out and my complaint was that like the movie was like the way we sexualize women is bad, and then I was like and the movie was like, but the way we sexualize women is bad, or like commodify women is bad. It didn't have anything else. That is what people have kind of said to me about the substance. And I'm like, is there anything else? And the answer is no, kind of. But I don't know if that's actually true or if that's all people have been able to walk away with.
That was my takeaway, was like, my problem with the substance was like, I kind of got what it was trying to say within like 5 minutes of the movie. And the movie is long. Like, it's over 2 hours long for that kind of a movie. Like, that's a kind of movie that should be a tight 90. And I don't mind long movies, God knows, but I'm a long movie defender, but like, there are some movies that don't need to be that long.
It's how you use your movie. It's how you use your runtime. I understood the plot and like what this movie was trying to say from like the trailer and gift sets online.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I just felt like, similar to Everything Everywhere All at Once, I felt the editing style also really kind of annoyed me. It was kind of just incessant and aggravating, and not in a way that was like necessary. I just kind of like hurt my brain a little bit, which is a me problem, I recognize, but like, I just like, I'm not a fan of that kind of editing, and I don't think that it's particularly necessary or tells a story in a particularly interesting way. And then they were just like hammering forth the message over and over again, and I was like, no, I do get it. I also already knew this before going in, so like, what are you saying about it that's different? Like, it's not what you're telling me, it's how you're telling it to me. So are you telling it to me in an interesting way that's different? No, you're telling it to me in a very obnoxious, repetitive way, actually. So I'm not a fan. But I mean, congratulations to Demi. I'm very happy that she got as far as she did. And she deserves the accolade. She's very funny and very good in it. But the winner of this category is, of course, the one, the only, Amelia Perez. Amelia Perez. Which I feel like we talked about that on the last episode, right?
About how stupid it is? Yeah.
About how stupid and just bad it is. It's like, it's just... And this hype obviously was not coming from the usual circles, the same circles that I was hearing hype for The Substance from. This was coming from, like, Cannes Film Festival, LOL, and the Academy, obviously. They gave it 13 Oscar nominations. Pretty much everybody who I spoke to in real life who saw it was like, this is bad. And just extremely confused. Well, we'll get to the messaging in a second. But that is the clear winner of that category for me. I am gonna, just because I mentioned it, I'm gonna skip ahead a category and go to most confused message, which I think was another Leia category. I'm pretty sure.
We'll confirm.
Oh wow, there's a few on here. A lot of crossover in this category. Yeah, Amelia Perez is the winner of most confused message. I just think it's not saying what it thinks it's saying about quite literally anything, but especially transgender identity. And it thinks it's being progressive. It's not. And I hate a movie that thinks it's being progressive. That annoys me so much. I hate a self-serious movie. they can't have a fucking sense of humor. I can't stand it. Those are more personal things, but a movie that's trying to be one thing, because like a thing that always annoys me in criticism is when somebody will say, well, I was expecting it to be like this, and then I saw it and it was actually more like this, and so I didn't like it. And I always feel like, I mean, that's fair, but that's not really the fault of the movie in any way if you were walking into expectations for it to be something else and then it turned out to be this thing, right? Amelia Perez is like very much trying to be a certain thing and then failing to be that thing, which is a thing that I think you can knock a movie for fairly. Because if it's something that it's not trying to be, then there's no reason to knock it for that, because it was never trying to be the movie you wanted it to be in the first place. But if it is trying to be something, and it's not doing a very good job of that, then that is a problem. But it can also get you a Best Picture nomination, so what the heck do I know? Speaking of which, Honora's on here. Leia suggestion, thank you, Leia. Honora is also on here. Some people might disagree with me about this. I don't know. I was not as crazy about Honora as a lot of people were. Honora, our Best Picture winner of 2024, 2025. It just didn't quite work for me. And that was an issue, I think, of how the character was written and how she was being played. Yeah, there was a disconnect for what the story was expecting of me as an audience member, I think. I'm trying to make this coherent, and I can't really seem to. So maybe I'll let Honora off easy. But at the time that I made this category, I was like, this isn't quite working for me in a way that I think that it wants to. The Substance is also on here, LOL. Followed by Wicked, LOL. But I think that's more of a problem of, like, the original play, too. It's not really the movie's fault necessarily. That's just kind of what it was working with. It's a problem that the play has, and we just kind of were like, yeah, it's fine. But I think actually the movie confuses it a little bit more. Anyway, God, I can't talk about it because this episode's gonna get, tanked.
Something bad is gonna happen. We don't know what it is.
Something bad we don't know. It's gonna be a surprise. But then Nosferatu's at the bottom of this list, just because there are some uses of metaphor in Nosferatu that, in terms of like vampirism, as it frequently has been, being used as a metaphor for like sexual assault, and that is very prevalent in this movie. And in some parts, I'm like, interesting. Particularly the way that they use it in regards to Jonathan, because that's not really touched upon in a lot of adaptations. I know he has a different name in the movie because it's based on the German adaptation, but he's Jonathan Harker. He just is. So I'm just going to call him that. But the way it was handled... Jonathan. That's my boy Jonathan. I'm sorry. I don't know what you want me to say. The way it was handled with the... Again, LOL, I can't remember her name. The Mina character, / Lucy, really. I was kind of like, I think so. Like, I do see what it's trying to do. I'm not sure that it quite works for me. But it was certainly a very bold decision and a really interesting decision. But yes, Nosferatu is at the bottom of the list. But the clear winner here is Amelia Perez.
Finally, the victory it deserves.
Nice. Oh, God. Let's talk about Best Supporting Actress.
Let's
do a nice category.
Let's do a category not based in haterism.
Right. So Best Supporting Actress. The nominees are Tilda Swinton and Problemista. There she is in this little photo with her fantastic hair she has in that movie.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Carol Kane in Between the Temples, just an incredible fucking performance.
I love her.
Every
so
single
much.
one of these performances is such a fucking banger. Ugh! Everyone's a winner. Carol Kane Between the Temples, Sophie Okonedo and Janet Planet, just a fucking like comes in for the middle third of that movie and just blows it out of the fucking water. Michelle Austin and Hard Truths, incredible. Ingenue Taylor Ellis and Nickel Boys. It's so annoying to me that she didn't get nominated, actually. Like, I try not to let it get to me, but, like, she's someone who, like, has only been on my radar for a few years now, and everything I see her in, I'm just like, fuck, she's so good. And she's so heartbreaking in Nickel Boys, and just completely, Nickel Boys is, of course, told from, like, a first-person perspective, so we are looking, when she is on screen, and the character whose perspective we are in is looking at her, she is taking up so much of that, not, the frame's the wrong word for what I'm trying to say, like, she's just takes hold of that entire scene in such a way that, like, I've seen her do in, like, regular objective third-person perspectives, or just omniscient perspectives, but she allows just the right amount of pain out and holds just the right amount in every single time, and it's such an unbelievably warm performance. It's the same with Michelle Austin and Hard Truths as well. I was just, like, every time that Ingenue Taylor Ellis was on screen in Nickel Boys, I was just, like, 5 seconds away from weeping every single time. She's incredible. That movie is incredible. Her performance is incredible. I'm so pissed off that it was snubbed in that category among other categories, but she is my clear winner for that one. Best screenplay. Ooh. And please also, like, feel free to stop me and ask questions if you want to get confirmation on anything else here that I'm running through.
Oh, yeah. I've been looking up movies in the background.
This category, I don't have a separate category for adapted and original. I just did one category. The nominees are, from top to bottom, Nickel Boys, Challengers, Best Original. Nickel Boys is adapted, I'm going to clarify.
What is
Planet.
Nickel Boys about? I've heard, all I know about it is you really liked it, and, like, that's all I've heard.
It is adapted from a Colson Whitehead novel that came out a couple years ago, and it's about these two boys who go to they're at is reform school the right word for it? I feel like that's not the right.
I mean, I have an idea of what you're talking about. I mean, like a school for delinquents or something.
Yeah, it's based, so the school in the book and the movie is based on a real school. Yeah, it was a reform school that had a really terrible history with just a horrible legacy of abuse and beatings and torture and murder and all this really awful stuff. And it's these two boys who end up there separately for different reasons, and they become friends. And it's just their time together, but it is told in this really interesting way because the story is split between their two perspectives. Like, the book is first-person narrative. Mm-hmm. The movie is filmed from a first-person perspective.
That's cool.
Yeah, and it's a really it's a choice which, like, could easily have turned into a gimmick, I think, or could have not hit at all, but it hits so incredibly hard. And it's just it's a beautifully filmed movie, and obviously, like, it's kind of a hard watch. It is, but like, it's not something that's so hard of a watch that I don't want to, like, there's so much warmth and love in it too that I do want to, like, go back and watch it again. And it didn't feel, like, exploitative either, which is, I think, really important. So I highly recommend that everybody watch it, because it kind of got fucked. It was an Amazon. Oh, it premiered at Telluride, and which is a film festival, and it was completely the wrong audience for it. They didn't get it. They didn't like it. So it didn't really get picked up for months. And then Amazon MGM picked it up and then, like, did fucking nothing with it. Barely promoted it. and then released it for like the qualifying run in like New York and Los Angeles for 2 weeks, and then like stuck it on VOD. So it is, you can watch it very easily online now, but like they really they did a terrible job with promoting it, and consequently I don't think it got as much recognition as it could have. It was very well regarded and had a lot of recognition from critics, but I feel like it could have gotten a lot more recognition.
Sure.
Where it mattered. It 100% deserved a cinematography nomination, didn't get one. Amelia Perez did, though, so...
LOL.
Anyway, but Nickel Boys, Best Adapted Screenplay, very good job. The other 4 movies here are original, which is Challengers, Janet Planet, the playwright Annie Baker's first movie and screenplay, A Different Man, and Hard Truths is the winner of that category, the Mike Leigh film Hard Truths. Just like, I mean, yeah, that kind of feels like a no-brainer. Stupidest Film, in parentheses, Affectionate. Maddie, I think this was one of yours?
I think so, too.
Yeah, this was a fun category.
Yeah.
Stupidest Film, Affectionate. Yes!
Yeah, that was me, because
this
it
is
was
towards
rated
the
our
top.
best looking food in film.
Which, tragically, I was not able to find enough nominees for.
That's fair.
This year, but maybe
that
next
has
time.
to be the NBC Hannibal sponsored best looking food in a movie award.
This was
it's a special services one.
We did not have a foreign language romantic culinary film like last year when we had Taste of Things. So next year let me do that. But Stupidest Film, Affectionate. The nominees are Lisa Frankenstein. Great job. The Bike Riders, which is like a different kind of stupid than Lisa Frankenstein and all the other movies in this category. It's just kind of like a middling film that I think is not very is kind of dumb and could have been, I think, a bit more of a movie than it was if it had leaned into some things that it didn't lean into. LOL. But so it's kind of stupid. Like Michael Shannon's got some crazy hair pieces on in it, and they're all doing silly voices. But it's it's fun. I did not hate it. I did fall asleep a little bit, but I did not hate it.
But only a little bit, so it's okay.
But only a little bit. I
only fell asleep a little
Tom
bit.
Hardy. I fought my sleep for Tom.
Mm-hmm.
Then Drive Away Dolls, which I wish they'd kept the original title of Drive Away Dykes, but I will accept
but sadly, yeah, it'd be like that.
Congratulations to these lesbians and their suitcase full of dildos. I had a good time. I hope they did too. Abigail, as we've mentioned, definitely on this list.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very silly movie, and also just kind of fine. But I had a good time. But the winner of this category is very much Hundreds of Beavers, which I think is stupid in a way that a Chuck Jones cartoon is stupid. Like a traditional like Looney Tunes cartoon is stupid, where you're like, this is extremely stupid, but it's so fucking funny. And it's I mean, I'm just
so sad I missed Hundreds of Beavers when it was playing here. I'm so sad. I want to like have people over and be like, all right, I'm supplying cocktails and the film Hundreds of Beavers. Yeah,
this is what I'm subjecting you to. Enjoy. Tell them nothing of it. One of my roommates walked in at a very weird time when there was like some people in dog costumes, and she was just like, oh my god. Like horrified. And I was like, no, listen, it's really funny, I promise. Just a delight. Can't believe that they made that movie. I'm so happy for them. Best visual effects. Where is this? This is towards the bottom, I feel. Oh, look, it's another screen cap from Hundreds of Beavers. What do you know?
Yeah.
So this is one of the categories that has 6 in it, because there is one here that was nominated by the Academy, and it is the winner. But But the 6 nominees here are A Quiet Place Day 1, The Substance, can't deny it, Nosferatu, of course, Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, looks good, Hundreds of Beavers, which I admire for its guile and innovation. And it's because everything that it does is it is working on a very minuscule budget and just makes the absolute most out of it. In comparison to, I Can't Deny It, our winner from this year, which was also, I think, the winner at the Academy Awards, Dune Part 2. Listen, I'm not the world's biggest Dune head. We all know this. We've talked about this. I can't deny that it looks pretty freaking incredible, and it's very immersive. I get it. I get that part of it. I was very impressed. Even from the last one, I was like, okay, like, yeah, ride that worm. Like, I get it. It works for me. So congratulations to the worm. And I guess the visual effects team as well. You did a good job. Oh, this is a fun one. There's only one. Sorry. There's only one movie in this category.
Is this?
This is movies that needed a sex scene.
Yeah, I think this one was mine.
Yeah. So there's only one movie in there, and it's The Bike Riders. I think that movie needed a sex scene between different people, because I think that there was like possibly like not sex scenes but like make-out sessions between certain characters. I think it could have been interesting if there was a different kind of sex scene in that movie that perhaps was not of the heterosexual kind, let's just say. Just throwing that out there. I don't know why I would be saying that, but let's just like say, for instance, that is a possibility that they could do.
You're being very coy about this.
I just don't, I'm just...
I'm gonna take a wild fucking guess and be like, it has to do with Tom Hardy and Austin Butler.
Yeah, I just think that, like, that could have solved a lot of their issues.
I saw the trailer and I went, this isn't going to be as gay as I want it to be.
And you were correct about that.
So...
Now, it was pretty frickin' gay in places, I will say. But I was also just like, no, let's push it
it's
a
like,
little bit
just
further.
Kiss each other on the mouth. Just kiss each other on the mouth.
Scooch. Just a little bit. And I know that Tom Hardy is down. Just a nudge.
That's true. We do know he's down.
That? Because of course he's giving it his most. But yeah, tragically, that was the only movie that I could think of. Everything else I was like, nah, that's fine. There weren't any other ones that I thought needed them. Best movie about women. If you could.
Whammon.
Where are you? Whammon. It's just how many more times can we say that?
Enough.
At least once more.
Where is this category? One. Oh Christ! All the way at the very top.
No.
It's up near the top. It's next to.
It's up near the top.
Yeah.
Okay, so the nominees here are, you know what? Lisa Frankenstein. Gotta hand it to her. I kind of got her thing. I understood her. I understood where she was coming from. Love Lies Bleeding, naturally. Baby Girl, which I'm a little judgmental of the 2.9 Letterboxd rating that this has. I think that you can all do better than that. Not amongst my friends, of course. My friends rate a little bit higher. But I think some of you just, Swish's hair didn't get it. And that's fine.
I just think some of you
I was watching
didn't
it
understand.
And, like, I just think you didn't understand. I was watching it and nodding along and kind of going, yeah, I mean, sure.
Yeah.
Of course. And then Janet Planet. Because, yes. And the winner here, as it will be for many other categories, is Hard Truths, once again, which is the picture below as well. Yeah. Hard Truths is a winner. I find it hard to talk about Hard Truths because it's like, I don't really know what to say about it in terms of talking like what it's about, because it's like, that's another movie that got messed up by distribution. It premiered at a festival. They didn't like it because she was really hard to like as a protagonist. And instead of them going, maybe that's the point of art, and maybe I should stick with this movie and see what this rest of this movie has to say about someone who is going through depression and anxiety, and the way that she lashes out and the way that other people view her, and maybe I could learn something about that and also about myself. Instead, they went, I don't want to watch a whole movie about somebody who's acting like that, so I'm not going to do anything with it. And that's why I think sometimes the people who are in charge of making these decisions are stupid. Because I watched it in the theater and I was like, God damn. It's a masterpiece, but whatever. That's not up to me. I'm not a distributor. Best production design. Where are you? I can't be bitter on this episode, but the bitterness is coming through on some of these things.
The once again, the haterism.
The haterism is just like, come on. Through my love comes so much also hate. It's crazy.
What category are we on?
Best production design.
Oh, okay.
This is a whopping 8 movies nominated because there were 3 of these that were also nominated by the Academy. Hello. Okay. The picture above is from Dune.
From Dune.
Worm. The nominees are Queer, Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, Dune, Conclave. Let's have a conclave.
Let's have a conclave.
Christmas Eve in Miller's Point. Nosferatu. The Brutalist, but of course. And The Beast was my winner here. I would say The Beast and The Brutalist are about tied for me. Like, The Brutalist is just so much, it's just so much part of the movie. It's like just the fabric of the movie that it's hard to separate it, and it does look fucking astounding. The Beast is just like, the variety of it is just so interesting, and that's partly because it's jumping between different periods in history as well, and it's just committing to the bit in every single like story that it tells. It did nothing felt out of place. So I think The Beast is kind of my winner here, but I'm tying it with The Brutalist because gotta hand it to that Brutalist architecture, you know what I mean?
I certainly do.
Yeah, I know you do.
Sorry.
I know, I won't lick concrete. Like, I don't feel erotically attracted to concrete, but I didn't have that feeling of like, something's happening here. But I think 2 of us being erotically attracted to concrete on one podcast would be probably a bit much. No.
Yeah, this is a burden I'm gonna have to bear alone.
Yeah, like Atlas, who shouldered the world on his.
Yeah,
it's tough out here.
It is indeed tough out here. A little bit further down from that, I think, is Best Costume Design, which has 7 movies. Because there were 2 shared nominations. Good job, Academy. Wow.
GG.
Very good. Baby Girl's on here. They're putting Nicole in just these beautiful costumes, I thought. Also Furiosa, a Mad Max saga. Different kind of costuming, but there you go. Conclave, which did not get the recognition it deserved. Lisa Frankenstein, which is of course the picture that we have here. Some amazing outfits from my best friend Catherine Newton. Wicked, like, yeah, I'll hand it to him. Wish I could see the outfits. Wish they were filmed well. I mean, what? Wicked is a great movie. I have no problem with it. I'm not talking badly about Wicked. The Beast. Hello, The Beast. But the winner is, of course, Nosferatu, which also was nominated for an Academy Award as well. Really incredible stuff. Best Director. 5 nominees. Ooh, no shared director nominations. That's so funny. Interesting. The picture is from Janet Planet by Andy Baker. this lovely shot with Sophie Okonedo and Julianne Nicholson. But yeah, Annie Baker, Janet Planet, her directorial debut from playwright Annie Baker.
There we go.
Congratulations.
Wild.
Worked for me. She's a natural. I should know how to pronounce her last name. Alice Rochwater for La Chimera.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, her. Fantastic job. Ramel Ross for Nickel Boys. Mike Lee for Hard Truths. And the winner, and I will say this is partly because there were 2 movies here that I wanted to give a shout out to. Oh god, am I going to butcher his name again as well? Even when I gave him the winning spot in this category. It's Luca Guadagnino. Nino. I can't say his name.
Guadagnino?
Italians everywhere are going to shoot me. What was it?
I think it's Guadagnino.
Guadagnino. That sounds right, doesn't it? There you go.
Is there a tilde on that?
He wins for queer / challengers. Good job. Good
Yeah,
job.
putting out 2 bangers of that caliber in 1 year is like, damn.
Pretty impressive. Yeah. I mean, the Academy didn't seem to think so, but whatever. That's fine.
No taste.
Not letting the haterism take over, not drinking the haterade.
That's right.
Best unsung film of the year. Oh, yes. I mean, I've talked a little bit about each of these movies already. This is a category that I think this could mean a variety of things. I feel like this could be like, it's not being acknowledged by some kind of awards body. A lot of these, like, so we've already talked about Hard Truths, which is the winner here in this category. We've already talked about Nickel Boys, and Sing Sing, all which movies I think were fucked over by the companies that acquired them, the distributors that acquired them. They didn't promote them. They didn't market them right. They also, like, they premiered to, certain festivals and then they were bought and then just not used. Sing Sing was a similar thing. Like, it premiered, like, I don't even know when they put Sing Sing in theaters. But they should have saved it and they should have just premiered it around November, December, but they didn't. And then once it started it was A24, I think, that acquired Sing Sing. And then, like, once it started getting, like, buzz for the Oscars, just a tiny bit, it was like, oh, let's put it back in theaters for a couple of weeks. Just like, fuck you. So I feel like those movies were kind of screwed over. A Different Man got a lot of attention from a lot of indie, like, journalists and a lot of, like, the Gotham Awards. There was a big winner at the Gotham Awards, Indie Spirit Awards, all that kind of thing. But didn't quite get the recognition that it deserved, I think, certainly across the board. It did get a makeup nomination from the Academy, which is very, very cool. But I feel like there were other categories where it could have been more recognized. And small things like these, I feel, just kind of slipped under the radar a little bit. I don't know, Ezra, you talked about that a little bit when you saw it as well. It's like killing in Murphy's, like, Oscar blank check, because, like, he produced it.
Yeah.
And it's also, I think, the first movie that he's done since winning for Oppenheimer. And it's a great movie. But it's just such a small movie. And I think, like, it it got that kind of art house distribution model where they were like, here it is for 2 weeks. And you're like, what is it? And you're like, I don't know. It's gone now anyway. Bye.
I feel like somebody looked at that movie and went, Americans are going to be bored of this, like, bored by this.
Or they're not going to understand
or they're,
it.
Because it's a movie that is not, it is like, you understand what this is. I'm not going to stop and fucking explain the history of this to you.
Yeah,
like,
it expects you to know what's going on a little bit.
It just expects you to have, like, some kind of basic context that I mean, I guess probably a lot of Americans don't have.
A lot of Americans don't have context for their own history.
Well, that's true. It's a very Irish movie. Like, it's a very much. It's a movie that has a particular audience in mind, and if other people get something out of it, that's great. But, like, it is a movie that was made with a particular audience in mind.
Yeah. And the irony of that, of course, is that, like, the empathy factor of art aside, where of course we should be seeking out stories that are not about our own experience and our own history. The irony is that, as I talked about in my LOL letterboxd review of it, I always feel so silly saying that, but like, I do think that it is actually a very politically potent film for what is happening right now, or what could possibly happen in the United States.
I'm like, yes, I'm like, if I can make people watch like one quietly political film, I'm like, it's perfect. It's a perfectly timed movie, which I think, Cillian Murphy, a guy who we know has been very invested in reproductive justice in Ireland, like, I think it's probably part of the reason he was like, yeah, this is my Oscar blank check movie.
Yeah, like, that's a good time to make this. Let's make it now. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I was just so surprised that it was like nobody talked about it. Because I saw it and I walked out of it and I was like, oh my god, that was incredible. And everyone was like, what? You went and saw what? And I'm like, wow. I don't know. Maybe I was like, I guess you say Cillian Murphy said something and I'm like, my butt is already in the seat. What movie is it? I don't know. We'll find out.
We'll find out later. I don't care. Yeah, that was my take on it as well. I did miss it in theaters, of course, but yeah, I don't know what happened there, but I think all of the reasons that we just mentioned probably attributed to that, but it's a very good movie and people should go and see it.
Yeah. This system of that like studio, like, you don't, like, there's like studio films and then there's kind of the great shuffle of like making a movie and then trying to get someone to distribute it is just so, like, it just kind of makes my eyes cross when I think too hard about it.
And it's so just bad so, right now.
Yeah, it's off. It's like labyrinthine and bizarre and nonsensical. Yeah. And I'm like, I feel like this is all now running on some sort of fucked algorithm. And like, it's like an algorithm that you based on some like fucking cosmic horror shard thing you dug up somewhere. It's like, did the Color Out of Space write this fucking algorithm that decides how movies get marketed? Possibly.
Kind of. Probably. I don't know how exactly all of the exact reasons that we got here, but like...
And like, thank God I don't have to, I'm just saying.
Something to do with it. Yeah, but like, and that's the tough thing, I think, is like, since Netflix is in the game now of acquiring movies and Amazon is in the game of acquiring movies, it's like now they're competing for each other for like holding on to these movies, and then they just do fuck all with them. And even with like actual companies that have been around for years, like Warner Brothers, are in like the hands of evil demons now, apparently, who don't want to distribute movies or make movies that people will go and see ostensibly. They just want to recycle Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings properties until the heat death of the universe. But even though people are like, we would like to see Looney Tunes movies, they're like, I don't think that you actually do. No matter how many times people are like, no, we really want to see... Have I talked about the Coyote versus Acme thing on here before?
I don't think so.
No? Coyote versus Acme is a movie that has been completed. It is a finished film. It is a half live action, half animated Wile E. Coyote Roadrunner movie. Similar to like the style of Space Jam, but like not Space Jam. It is like, there's like a scene where like Wile E. Coyote is in court with like Will Forte in it. Like, it's a live action animated Looney Tunes comedy. It is finished. It is completed. But it is a movie that Warner Brothers and HBO chose to write off for tax reasons instead of fucking releasing it. And so they're just holding on to this movie, even though it's done. Like, there's nothing, it's not like it's in post, we need to work. No, it's done. It's just, they're just not letting anybody see it so they can just trash it and write it off. And people have been writing it, like trying to get this movie out here so they can see it. It's like, it's the fucking Looney Tunes. Like, why do you think that people don't want to see a Toon movie? Are you stupid? But they've removed all of the Looney Tunes from HBO Max, and they're like, we're not giving this to you. Ketchup Entertainment is trying to acquire it and like buy it out from them so they can at least distribute it so people can fucking see it. And then there's a new animated, like fully animated Looney Tunes movie called The Day the Earth Blew Up. It's a Porky Pig and Daffy movie.
Oh yeah.
That also got like no marketing, no promotion. They threw it in theaters without anybody knowing it was there, and they keep trying to pull it from theaters, but people keep talking about it and going to see it because it's like apparently like a really well animated movie, and also shockingly the first feature-length fully animated Looney Tunes movie, because every Looney Tunes movie feature-length before now has had elements of live action in it, and it's apparently very good, and they're like trying to get people to talk about it, but they just like don't want anybody to see it.
Fuck's sake.
That made me so angry that I just had a coughing fit.
Oh no.
Anyway.
Buddy.
Anyway, distribution is crazy. Let's talk about Best Editing. Which is the nominees are here. Hundreds of Beavers, The Beast, once again. Oh, there's The Beast. There's a shot from The Beast. Furiosa, a Mad Max saga. I'm going to keep saying a Mad Max saga after it because that's the full title, even though I'm sure you all know by now it is part of the Mad Max series. Nickel Boys, of course. And Challengers, which is edited like a sports anime. Yay! There's a perspective from Challengers where you're looking from underneath a tennis court.
I really need to see that movie.
I was gonna say, I'm very interested to watch Challengers for multiple reasons, but you keep saying it's edited like a sports anime, and I'm like, I have to actually know if that's true.
There's one shot where you're looking from the perspective of the tennis ball being knocked across the court. Yay! It's so silly. Listen, not a huge, of course, like not by design, by just kind of fate, not a versatile anime watcher. I am only repeating what many anime watchers have told me. So your mileage may vary on that particular salient fact of it being edited like a sports anime. But I have been told that certainly the tennis scenes themselves, that is kind of what it comes across as, especially towards the end of the movie, when things start to pop off. This category, I'm guessing it's all the way at the end.
It is. It's at the bottom.
It is best ending. I guess that's appropriate.
It's the best ending for the document too.
Another picture for the Beast. Hello, there's her beautiful crying face. It's so sad.
She looks pretty upset.
She's pretty upset in that moment, in fact. Yeah. The Beast is a nomination here. The other nominees are Janet Planet, A Different Man, Challengers, and the winner is I Saw the TV Glow, which is
still need to see that.
Yeah, very, very good movie. One that like I still haven't rewatched it since I saw it.
I was kind of avoiding watching it because I was like, oh, this is gonna fuck me up really bad.
Yeah.
And I think I'm like gonna be okay now, so I can now actually make plans to watch I Saw the TV Glow.
Yeah, I can't decide if that's a watch alone or watch with someone else movie. I think it might actually be a watch with someone else movie, but it would depend on the person. I've been talking about watching it with Leia for a while. I'm like, I think I could watch that with Leia.
And I think that you would both enjoy it. And
we've been wanting to see it since the trailer came out. Yeah, and that is a movie that's only risen in my estimation since I saw it. Like, I just keep thinking about it. The more distance that I have from it, and especially that ending is just like, it's a lot. It's the best ending for me. Definitely that. Most revelatory performance. This is a very personal category because this is just for me. Who impressed me the most this year, or I was like, all right, damn. LOL, the winner of this category is so funny. Okay. Anyway, the nominations.
I never could have guessed.
Yeah, I know.
You literally never could have guessed.
No.
It's almost like character actors are attractive to me or something like that. It's really crazy.
Mm-hmm. Who are you? What have you done with Helena Fisher-Welch?
Oh, wait, there she is. Most revelatory performance nominees are Léa Seydoux for The Beast, because I have never been like a huge Léa Seydoux fan, or Léa Seydoux. I just think that for some reason she's never. We've talked about that before. Like she's a very French style of acting. It is very internalized. It is very very controlled.
Yeah. We've
kind
talked
of
about this
distant
for sure.
and cold. Yeah. But her performance in The Beast is fucking incredible. And I was like, okay, she can kind of do it all. I think in terms of just what is needed for being a film actress. I say that it sounds like I'm making it sound like she sings, she dances, she does backflips. She's just acting in it, but the acting that she's doing is just really impressive to me. And kind of just hits ping pongs every single knot on the way down. So incredibly good job. The next one is Austin Butler for Dune Part 2. I mean, like, I knew that Austin Butler had the ability to like just go for it. I did watch Elvis, so I do know that he can. I'm an Austin Butler believer. And this is somebody who is like, I have no previous like Disney Channel experience with Austin Butler. I want to put that out there because like whenever I talk about it, people are like, well, obviously you know Austin Butler from his Disney Channel career. And I was like, I literally never watched a live action Disney Channel.
The Disney Channel?
First of all, like that's past my time.
I found out about his Disney Channel career literally right this
now.
second.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Hang on, let me just double check here.
Hold on.
No, you want to know what I knew Austin Butler from, which was a total. 1 second. This was a total.
Yeah, he was on
mind fuck when I realized where I knew Austin Butler.
Sorry,
from.
continue. Yeah,
that would be the brief attempt to make the Shannara books.
Oh my god!
By Terry Brooks
into
a TV show.
That's right, in 2016, baby.
In 2016, which
he was on Arrow.
I have read. There's a few that I haven't read now, but at one point, I had read all like 30-something Shannara books. There's a lot of them. He just keeps writing them. And they're out of the original trilogy. They decided to adapt the worst one.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, that was, of course, why wouldn't they? That was, that's where I fucking know Austin Butler from. He was on
Wizards of... He was on
he's
an
fucking
episode.
Will Omsford. Fuck off. That's so fucking funny. I forgot about that.
He was in Hannah Montana.
He's
on
from
iCarly. He was on Zoe
he's on random one episode. But he was on Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide. It looks like that was his regular gig.
I don't know what that is.
And he was on a single episode of CSI Miami.
Good for him.
And CSI New York. My God, good for him.
Oh, but not the actual good CSI show.
The first thing I probably saw him in was Arrow, depending on what season of Arrow he was on. Now he's doing real shit.
Now he's doing actual movies, and
I
really like Austin Butler.
I think he's very good, and in Dune, he's
got
doing
all that work in on Ned's Declassified, man. That's what made him the man he is today.
That's what brought him to this moment and prepared him for
a frightening
imitation of Stellan Skarsgård's voice, where I was like, because he plays Stellan Skarsgård's freaky little nephew in this movie.
Okay.
And
sure.
He does that thing that I love when actors do when they're like kind of trying to call back to a different actor's performance, and so but Stellan Skarsgård is still in this movie, to be clear, but he's talking, and I was like, this is after, of course, I previously just saw Austin Butler and Elvis doing a very different voice, let's just say that. And this one, he opened his mouth, and I was like, you sound like one of Stellan Skarsgård's natural sons, of which he has many. He has so many. Literally, there was one
Austin
in Black
Butler,
Bag
honorary Skarsgård.
Honorary Skarsgård, Austin Butler. He's very creepy, very good in Dune. I like him. Good job, Austin. He's also good in The Bike Riders as well, but I was really impressed by him in Dune. The next though is Glenn Powell and Hitman, who is an obnoxiously handsome person who is not typically my type. But this movie, I was like, Hitman is the new Richard Linklater movie that came out. It is on Netflix. It was something that apparently Glenn Powell approached Richard Linklater to work on. Like, he wanted to be in it and he wanted him to direct it because he had enough clout to do that now. Good for him. And he basically just gets to do a bunch of he gets to be kind of nerdy loser version of himself, which is kind of like, I don't buy that, but that's fine. And then pretends to he just put on a bunch of silly little wigs and makeup and do funny voices while also having insane, steamy, romantic sexual chemistry with a beautiful woman. I love something that I am discovering when a obnoxiously handsome person who is built and designed like a Ken doll is funny and genuinely funny and able to lean into being goofy and not self-serious. It's a very similar thing that happened to me when I first saw In Bruges for the first time.
Gosling.
Ryan Gosling, same situation, where I had not previously known that Colin Farrell could do that, and then he's just the most pathetic wet blanket in the history of forever in that movie, and I was like, oh, this is incredibly good. I didn't know that you could do that. And now he has my loyalty pretty much forever. Glenn Powell is kind of in that situation where just I tell people that I like him as an actor and they're surprised because he's not typically the kind of actor that I am a supporter of or does the movies that I'm interested in. And also he's done some kind of movies that have had mixed responses this year, also Twisters, for example, which if I see when I see it will be because of him, and Brandon Perea, of course, and because it's a Twisters movie, Twister, Twister 2, Electric Boogaloo, but I was very impressed by him.
I don't know. I keep thinking every time somebody's like Twisters 2, I'm like Twisters 2, Twistier.
Twistier.
I don't know.
Listen, we all know that's what it should have been. Alas. I'll report back on whether or not it can live up to it. I think I can watch it. I keep seeing it suggested to me on Prime, and I'm like, one day. One day, Twisters, but not today. The next person on this list is Carlos Diaz from Conclave. I think I'm pronouncing his name correctly, because literally, where did they find him? Where did he come from? Very new actor.
Fucking architecture firm in Vancouver?
Yeah.
What the shit?
And then he was like, I'm just going to be an actor, I think. I'm going to change careers. And they're just like, here, yeah, that's fine. Be in Conclave.
Let's have a conclave.
Great.
And he's great.
He's really good. He has fucking phenomenal chemistry with Ray Fiennes.
Yeah, this is the thing. It's and he's doing it in this big movie in scenes with these veteran actors like Ray Fiennes and Stanley Tucci and John Lithgow, and he's just batting 10 in each one. It's that's crazy.
You would never know that this is literally the man's first actual film role.
Yeah,
you would never
insane.
guess. You're wow, fuck, why haven't I seen this guy in anything before? Because he hasn't done anything! Yeah,
it's crazy. Which, of course, is the stupid reason that he wasn't not technically, according to SAG rules, nominated for in the list of nominees for Best Ensemble, because it's things about being in SAG, whatever. But he doesn't.
He's not in SAG, because he literally just started.
This is his first movie, but he's got the credits.
So funny.
Get there. He's closer than I am.
He could be in SAG now.
He could be in SAG now if he wants. He probably has to do a couple more, but yeah. I
don't know.
The winner, though, of course, is it's Josh O'Connor and La Chimera and Challengers. I'm sorry. I've talked about it already. I don't need to keep harping on it. He's so good. Yeah. He's just so good. I can't believe he fucking learned Italian.
That's so crazy to me.
You're so extra, but I support it, of course. It's no less than what we should all be doing. I was very shameful this year and did not see as many foreign language films as I would have liked. But if you want to go ahead to that, there's only 3 in this category, unfortunately. But the nominees are Evil Does Not Exist, the new film from Raisuke Hamaguchi, who of course did Drive My Car and Wheel of Fortune and Fantasy a few years back, which were kind of tied for my favorites of 2022. Evil Does Not Exist is very good. I didn't love it as much as those 2, but I think it's definitely stuck with me for longer, and I would like to revisit it. It was the ending didn't quite work for me, and so I think I'd like to go back and give it a second chance. But for the most of it, I was like, it's great. It's very much my vibe. And then, of course, The Beast is also nominated here, and the winner is, of course, La Chimera, which, as previously mentioned, is in a combination of Italian and English, but largely Italian, that Josh O'Connor speaks.
So The Beast is in French?
The Beast? Yes.
Yeah. I didn't realize
mostly.
George McKay... Okay, I was going to say George McKay is, like, not
he's very... Yeah, he's English.
Yeah.
Right? Or is he Australian? I can't remember.
I think he's English.
Yeah.
I'm pretty...
But no,
yeah, he's English. I really like him.
He speaks... He's quite good. And he does speak some French in the movie. It is an English and French movie.
Okay.
Bilingual movie. They speak
Cool.
both. Because of course
I saw that and I was like, okay.
English. Yeah. From what I remember, he does speak some French in it towards the beginning sequences.
Cool.
Most likely to rewatch. Now, Maddie, I think this was your suggestion.
Yeah, that one was me, baby.
That was you. The nominees are Hundreds of Beavers, of course. And of course, the caveat to all of these, not caveat, but sort of addition, is that if anybody on this podcast wants to watch any of these with me, I will be happy to rewatch them with you. You don't have to watch them with me, but just know my phone lines are open.
Okay.
The option is there.
If our schedule lines up and the time zones complete each other. Hundreds of Beavers, Christmas Eve and Miller's Point, A Different Man, Furiosa, A Mad Max Saga. Technically cheating here, because I have actually already rewatched that. LOL, I saw it twice in theaters. Not my fault. I had friends who wanted to see it. And the winner is also a cheat because I have already rewatched it. I made my mom watch it with me when she was here in New York 2 months ago. Is Challengers. Challengers is the winner. I just think that they have to win the category because I have actually already rewatched them. So technically, it's true. I am most likely to rewatch them.
Yeah, I don't think that's a cheat if it's already you liked it enough to already rewatch it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's just proof of concept.
I just think that's a fact. Yeah.
Yeah, and why wouldn't I, looking at this beautiful screenshot from this movie? Best debut feature. Hope the listeners are having a good time imagining all of these movies that they have and have not seen. I'm kind of going through these, and I will admit that I am struggling a little bit. I do feel like I have something in my throat, so I'm just trying not to spend too much time on tangents for the sake of my...
Yeah, unfortunately, this cannot be like the real Oscars where it goes on for several hours. Because it is a podcast that has to be listened to, and one of our hosts is dying.
And I also have to work tomorrow, LOL. I am on antibiotics, though, so never fear.
You're on antibiotics, though.
I am. Oh, the screen cap from Janet Planet is so fucking good. Sorry, so this is the best debut feature category. Sorry. It is the italicized film. The nominees are Lisa Frankenstein, which is a debut film of Zelda Williams. The People's Joker, which is the debut film of Vera Drew.
Yes.
Tooth and Nail to be seen. Congratulations. Problemista, which is the debut film of Julio Torres. Hundreds of Beavers, and let me look up the director's name on this one really quick because I've forgotten it. Sorry for the clickety-clacketing. Director, Mike Chesley. And then Janet Planet, which is previously mentioned, is the debut film of Annie Baker.
I will also say, Helena, if you want one of us to read some of this stuff, as if we were swapping hosts, we could do that to help you with your throat.
That would be fantastic. Let me just pause really quick to grab a lozenge.
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll take rolls, yeah. I don't think I've actually seen literally anything on the list,
Well,
much like the regular ass Oscars. So I
This
can't
is
actually
fun.
speak to any of them, but I can sure
This is
read.
why I like to put little pictures there for you. Cause
Yeah, I get little snippets and sneaks.
It's fun. I
Okey-dokey.
forgot. For some reason, I forgot that The People's Joker was last year, and I had like mentally put it
Yeah.
farther back.
Yeah, because
Um,
it's been talked
'cause
about
it-
so much.
Yeah,
keep
and also
trying to
it
get
was
it.
early on in the year.
That too. Yeah, that is the trick of the Oscars. Let's see. I'm scrolling to see if I've seen anything.
I love you, The People's
I had
Joker.
the same issue with the with Challengers actually, because Challengers came out earlier in the year, I think.
Yeah.
Um,
I got really bad hype fatigue for Challengers, but I'm over
Agreed.
it now, so I can go watch it. That was one of those ones where I was like, I am sure this movie is good, and also I'm about ready to strangle all of my internet friends who won't shut up about it.
yeah.
LOL.
Oh, good news, gamers! I have not seen anything on this list.
Best actor?
Hey, well done.
Woo!
And this, of course, has
no, on the
7
whole
because
fucking
th're-
document, bro.
On the whole document?
29
LOL,
pages.
love
I
that for
haven't
you.
watched any of this. I don't
Why
know.
should you? This is
It's
the
so
thing.
funny. When I was watching movies with my friends the other day, Johnny Johnny of our music and also my friend kept bringing up movies, and I was like, I haven't seen that. And someone he knows was there, and I'm like, this person must think that I like never watch anything ever. And I wanted to be like, I swear to God, I have a movie podcast. I know how to watch movies.
I know you know how to watch
Do you want to? Thank you, Helena.
You're welcome.
Z, do you want to start the rotation, or do you want me to start the rotation?
I can go. Yeah, I can
Okay.
go.
Go, best
Hopping
actor.
on to,
Let's do it.
Best actor, yeah.
Yep. Okay, so beginning from the honorable mentions, as it were. They're not actually divided like that. It's just in ascending order. We have Jason Schwartzman for Between the Temples, Kieran Culkin for A Real Pain, Adrian Brody. I can't talk today. Adrian Brody for The Brutalist, Josh O'Connor for La Chimera and Challengers. It's all of
I had to
his
do it.
things are all of his honors are sort of just like. It's one of those, like, word art, like, color gradient thing with one side representing each movie. Don't know what color it would be. I guess Challengers is presumably, like, tennis ball colored.
Challengers.
I
don't know.
don't know. I didn't see the
Prism.
movie.
You prism.
Cillian Murphy for Small Things Like These, Sebastian Stan for A Different Man, and Daniel Craig for Queer, which I
Who's
was
the winner?
really quite fucking surprised got totally shafted at the Oscars.
Yeah.
Which is so sad,
you
but
know.
it did provide us that photo of him at the Oscars and just said queer underneath his name.
Yeah, that is true. That one I will treasure for all time.
Yeah.
They hate to see a former James Bond topping. They really do. Twice, in fact.
Especially considering
apparently.
his performance in Casino Royale. But
Yeah.
And the
Okay.
reason that this category is so long too is like there, of course, Adrian Brody and Kieran Culkin were both nominated. Kieran Culkin was not nominated in Best Actor; he was nominated in Supporting, but that was category fraud. I'm sorry. It's a co-lead movie. I just think that they just don't know how to honor co-leads for some reason. So they're like, he's supporting.
yeah, they just panic.
He's
yeah.
not. Yeah, he's a lead. And he's good. I like him. Adrian Brody, of course, won the Academy Award for Best Actor this year and gave the longest speech in Oscar history.
I
was not
didn't. I
embarrassing
still
for me at
haven't
all.
watched it, and I'm just like I've made my peace with that. I don't
You
need to
don't
know.
need to. You don't need to. He's just being silly.
I
Saying
like
things, not saying.
I like
things.
watching Adrian Brody in movies. I don't have
Correct.
any particular interest in him. I'm interested in his work as an artist. I'm not actually really that interested in him as a human being.
Mm.
Yeah. Uh huh. Mm-hmm.
I just
Exactly.
like looking at him.
and I like him for his body. Yep, that too. Like all of the things, those two things are true for me.
He is a beautiful man and an exceptionally hardworking and talented actor, and the rest of it, I'm like, none of my business.
And probably just a little bit loony, but that's fine. That's okay.
Yeah,
sometimes
well, who amongst us is not?
That's art, baby.
Literally, that's literally true.
That's art. Okay.
That's art.
We are moving on to
choreography.
Yes, best stunt and movement choreography. We are starting at the bottom with Challengers, and Smile 2, Tune, aka Dune Part 2, Hundreds of Beavers.
Sorry,
and then
every time.
Yeah. No, I'll wait. You guys can have a laugh about that one.
That one, I've heard that joke before, but it's still just really the matter of fact that it's really took me out.
The way you just said it, like it just, that's the title. Okay, continue.
You're right. And our winner for Best Stunt and Movie Choreography is Furiosa.
Hell yeah! A movie that I still really fucking need to see.
Agreed. That one is on the top of the list of like, God, I really gotta see that one.
I like
this category is full of things that I'm like, damn, I really gotta see that, except for Tune.
Yeah.
Because I haven't seen Un, the first one. Which I think actually was a Helena joke. Or it was somebody else made that joke and I just stole it.
Sorry, give me 1 second.
Yeah, no, you're fine. Lord. You're fine.
Everything I know about Dune 2 is my mom watched it on an airplane, which obviously is
it seems
not
like an airplane
the best
movie.
It's not really the most like forgiving way to watch a movie, but also she was just like, I don't know, it just wasn't that good.
I've never watched a movie on an airplane like in my adult life. I just can't. I've watched like YouTube, but I don't know.
It's challenging because I feel like they do sometimes cut content sometimes.
Okay.
Like depending on like.
See, I would just download it if I could and like watch it on my iPad.
Yeah, this is the thing.
I feel like that would be. The screens are so little.
Yeah, the screens are so little. It hurts my eyes. I can't really see very well. I have watched Muppet Christmas Carol on the plane once, and that was good. I also like kind of listened to the favorite.
Well, that just heals the soul.
Yeah, that heals the soul and the heart and the brain and the body.
The body.
And they were playing the favorite on the little TV on one flight years ago, and so I kind of stuck my earbuds in and like listened to it while I dozed. That was very relaxing. I'm a really big fan of kind of like half sleeping and listening to movies that I've already seen. So that was kind of very relaxing for me. But otherwise, not really.
Yeah. I think we got cinematography next. Is that right?
It is time.
It is, which is right underneath stunt and movement choreography.
Helena, do you want us to just keep going back and forth on our end, or do you want to do this?
I can take this one. And then we can switch back up. This one has 6 nominees.
It's up to yeah.
I could just kind of cycle back and forth. Cinematography. There's six nominees. The winner here, I mean, technically, I guess I should say there's 8 nominees here. But
I was gonna say there's more than that.
But
let's not spoil the surprise.
There's a reason for that.
Yeah, go ahead.
So the nominees here are they're La Chimera, A Different Man, Nosferatu, which was nominated at the Academy Awards, The Brutalist, which wasn't. Am I right? That wasn't nominated? That's kind of crazy. Okay.
I don't think so.
I
think we talked about last time about how that was weird. If we're wrong, whatever.
Yeah, again, whatever. And the winner is Challengers /Queer/Trap. And the reason that they are all in, and I'm just going to make sure I got the name right on this one. They are all shot by the same person. He's the same DOP for all 3 movies. He did them all in the same year. I'm going to make sure that I'm trying to pronounce his name right.
Helena, The Brutalist won Best Cinematography at the Oscars.
So that's crazy. What did I think that? I'm not very smart.
I don't know, but you said that, and I was like, that was one of the ones where I was like, if it doesn't win, I'm gonna end up on the news.
Yeah, congratulations to both Helen and I for forgetting that entirely.
I'm not very smart. Anyway, I knew that there was something wrong about that. Anyway, congratulations to the Brutalist. But yes, the same guy shot all 3 of those movies.
That's so funny.
That's
What a year in
bug nuts.
a career.
And they all look fucking amazing. They're all bangers.
Yeah, that's
what
cool
a
shit.
spread
Goddamn.
for movies.
Like, this shot from Trap, I saw it, I was just like, there's no...
It's so good.
This movie has no business looking like this. This is so... There's even a shot that I didn't put in
I need to see
either.
Trap
This,
so
where it's
bad.
like Josh Hartnett's... an extreme close-up of Josh Hartnett's eyes just moving back and forth while, like, there's, like, the red light from the concert. It's like, it's just so... It took me out. It was so funny but so stylish at the same time. I really liked Trap. I had a great time. But yeah, they all
Trap
look
is
incredible.
like the number one thing I want to see, because I've been meaning to see it like since I saw the trailer in a theater. Which is like priorities, right? But still, I'm like, damn, I gotta see Trap.
It's out there.
Anyway.
Definitely, yeah, I recommend. But yeah, that's cinematography.
Leia will be excited to know that Trap had a win.
Oh, Trap definitely had a win. A shared win, but a win nonetheless.
A shared win.
I'm wondering
but that's
if
okay.
Did I make this before? Like, I must have made this before. No, I can't have, because... Anyway, I'm just confused as to why I didn't catch the Brutalist nomination there. Anyway, doesn't matter. It won. Congratulations. Next category.
All right, are we on to me?
Yes.
Best supporting actor? Are we we're round robin? Okay, you got it.
Yeah.
Okay. We on to best supporting actor. I am about to apologize to this nice gentleman who was in Anora because I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
That's fair. I think it's Karen Karagulan, I think, but I'm not positive on that.
Guilin, not sure.
Yeah,
Karen
the guy from Anora
K
who didn't get nominated. Yeah, Karen.
Yeah, nope. Guy Pearce for The Brutalist. Clarence Divine Eye Macklin. That is a banger name for Sing Sing. David Weber for Hard Truths. Chris Hemsworth for Furiosa. And Adam Pearson for A Different Man coming in as our winner.
Our winner. Congratulations, Adam. That movie does not work without him. As great as Sebastian Stan is in that movie. Adam Pearson just comes in at like the halfway mark and is like the most charming motherfucker to ever exist. And you're like,
this is my show now.
Oh. And
hell yeah.
It just reframes the entire movie. It's an incredible performance.
That's another one that I'm really dying to see.
I would really like to see A Different Man.
It's so very fun. But yeah, that's my winner. And Chris Hemsworth, even with a prosthetic
I'm up next.
nose. Congratulations, Queen. Oh, yes.
Forgot he has a prosthetic nose. I got a great pick here. I have most obviously should have been a TV show, which is a category suggested by Leia. There's one thing in here, and therefore the singular winner. That's right, it's Salem's Lot.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Don't know what to say about...
Why would they not make that into a TV show? I thought they were doing all sorts of the TV shows for Stephen King. That is Stephen King, right? I'm not talking out of my butt.
It is, yes. Yes, it is.
More
and
than
what's
usual.
weird
Yes,
is that...
I believe that is Mr. King.
Okay, thank you.
I watched that...
I don't know. I know Dick Squad about Stephen King.
LOL. I watched that movie... I watched that movie and I watched the original 1979, I want to say, adaptation of it, which is like a TV movie miniseries. Directed by Tobe Hooper, who directed Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And like it doesn't quite work, like, but it still works a lot better because unsurprisingly it's a very chonky book. It's not quite as chonky as it, but it is like My Little Mass Market over here is like a good 600 pages. Like there's a lot of stuff, and Salem's
Mr. Flanagan needs to get his hands on this one.
Well, this is what I was thinking. I was like, damn, it's really a shit, because I really do quite like Salem's Lot. I think it's one of his better novels. But I was like, damn, we really haven't gotten a good Salem's Lot adaptation. And I was like, oh wait, Mike Flanagan made Midnight Mass, I guess, which is not the same thing as Salem's Lot, but like it is kind of in its own way a Salem's Lot adaptation. Like whenever I watch, like now having watched Salem's Lot, It has a lot of it has a lot of similar elements in it that Salem's Lot has. It is not. It is dealing with different elements as well, because there's an element of faith that is not really as present in Salem's Lot as it is. It's not. It's just a very personal thing for Mike Flanagan, I know, because that's like a big portion of what he's reckoning with in that one. It's a very personal project for him. I think it's very funny that like Midnight Mass is one of the only original series that he's done with Netflix, and kind of original projects that's not like based on previous material, but it is the most like, I think, honorable King adaptation despite that, because of how successfully he manages to pull it off. I think personally it's not perfect. I am a Midnight Mass defender, but I know that like it's not perfect. I was gonna
say I'm a Midnight Mass stan. I really need
I quite love it. I do
mind.
watch it kind of every year. Yeah, it's something that I really enjoy, and I think is definitely his strongest work. But I guess I'm like, well, I guess that's
Agreed.
The one good Salem's Lot adaptation we're gonna get. LOL. This one was
just watch Midnight Mass.
This one just like looked like shit. It was shot like a Supernatural episode from the 15th season. It looked bad. It was badly acted, just like really shockingly so. And spent a lot of time on the build up, and then, I mean, that is kind of a Faithful King adaptation in a way. Like, it spent a lot of time on the build up, and then it was just kind of
and
like,
then it kind of
there's
sucked.
The ending, and you're like, but what? Anyway, yeah, that's Salem's Lot. Next category.
Yeah.
Best on-screen chemistry, which was an old suggestion from last year, I think. By
Did
Maddie.
I think that was from me, yeah.
Yeah. And this refers to...
I'll take credit.
This is romantic or platonic. It does not have to be sexual romantic chemistry. Most of these things are, I think. The majority of it are, but not all of them are. For example, the nominees at the very bottom going up are Marion Jean-Baptiste and Michelle Austin from Hard Truths, who play sisters in Hard Truths. They just have a wonderful chemistry that makes it feel like they have just known each other their whole entire lives. Next up is Glenn Powell and Adria Arjona from Hitman. That one is romantic and sexy. They're very, very good together, and they're very funny together, which is extremely important, both in life and on the screen. Next up is Julianne Nicholson and Zoe Ziegler in Janet Planet, who I mentioned previously. They play a mother and daughter in Janet Planet, and their relationship is just so wonderful and strange and believable and relatable in all of the ways in which that, like good and bad, in which that means for me as an audience member. Just wonderful stuff. And then next up, the next two are romantic chemistry. It's Zendaya, Mike Feist, and Josh O'Connor in Challengers. Any combination of the three of them, or the two out of the three. Great job, folks. You did it. And the winner, though, of this category is Drew Starkey and Daniel Craig in Queer. Like, damn, guys. That was...
Yippee.
Congratulations. I keep saying congratulations. They haven't won anything, but they have in my heart. That's what the Helena Awards are for.
Yeah, somewhere I assume that people just feel like a little pep in their step, and they're like, huh, I don't know why.
It seems like a Helena Award was just announced and I won.
But somewhere I feel appreciated for my artistic contributions.
I feel like I just won an award for something. Yeah, I don't know why.
If that's what I can do for them, then that works for me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what are we on to next?
Z, you got Best Comedy.
Best Comedy, okay. God damn, now Helena's infecting me.
I'm sorry.
Oh god, it's spreading.
How is it doing
Stop,
that?
I've been playing Resident Evil 2. I don't want to think about infections.
Because we talked about Wicked.
Oh no.
God, no.
We mentioned it.
We
So
just
all
gotta
at the very top.
We just gotta haul ass. Come on.
We gotta go. We gotta go.
We have 17 more categories, 16 more categories to do.
Jesus Christ. I love you, Helena.
Go.
We've got Between the Temples, Christmas Eve at Miller's Point, which I still don't fucking understand what that movie is about, and I gotta go look it up later. Janet Planet, Hundreds of Beavers, and A Different Man for Best
I did
Comedy.
not realize that was a comedy.
Winner. It is. It's a dark comedy.
Hell yeah.
But yes.
Okay. Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm. My favorite kind.
Okay.
All right. Oh, Maddie, this is a fun one for you.
Yeah, I got best scene. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. Which is
hold on. There we go. I got a dramatic reading in Christmas Eve at Miller's Point. I have iPhone argument in Hitman. Mob dance in Smile 2. Awkward dinner party between the temples. Hotel room and Challengers. Outdoor party / discovery of a statue in La Chimera. Karaoke in A Different Man. And the winner is Town Hall Meeting and Evil Does Not Exist. You're right, this is a fun one for me because I don't know what any of these fucking mean.
I'm just sorry.
I think I do know what the hotel room means.
The hotel room and Challengers.
Gifts, but that's it.
Yeah, that one. But yeah. I deliberately left them vague. It's in a kind of like, if you know situation. I guess, yeah, if people want to see these, go see it to find out what I'm talking about. I cheated a little bit on this category. I put 8 in here because there was just some scenes I was like, I just gotta mention it. But, yeah, if you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Very excited for the next category here.
Best animal.
Yeah.
Yep, a great category. I have a very similar turn of phrase here when I'm talking about it. The nominees here are That Darn Cat in A Quiet Place Day 1. That fucking cat, bless his heart, just not following the rules in that movie. Really just getting into trouble. But hey, he survived. Spoilers, so there we go. All the beavers, dogs, raccoons, wolves, etc. in which are just people in mascot costumes, of course, in Hundreds of Beavers. Yay.
Damn, there's beavers in that movie?
The two queens. Oh yeah, there's lots of them. There's in fact,
crazy.
You know how many? There's like hundreds of them.
Shit. Big if true.
It's crazy. These two divas, neck and neck. Feathers McGraw and Gromit from Wallace and Gromit, Vengeance Most Foul. Obviously, I have to
want it
tip
to
my
be
hat
known
to Gromit.
That Gromit is number 2 and his name is in all caps.
Because he's the best dog in the whole fucking world.
He's the best dog in the whole fucking world. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He just is. But the winner in this category is perhaps cheating. Are all of the animals in the movie Flow. Do not make me choose just one. Look at them.
That would be so cruel. They're so... I love this movie so goddamn much.
It's so... I do want to give a special shout out to the capybara. He was incredible. We were just like... I was watching that with a friend and I was like, this capybara is like carrying them. He is holding this fucking crew together.
He is carrying this film.
He's like carrying this film and the emotional support ballast for these animals.
Yeah.
Which is like apparently was a choice that the director made because he said that like capybaras, and listeners may or may not know this.
I was gonna say they have like emotional support capybaras, don't they?
Well, they do, but also capybaras are kind of known for just kind of they're the world's largest rodents, but they don't have any where they're from any natural like predators, so they're just kind of like friends with all animals, and there's like they just are known to get along with all different kinds of animals. So it was a very different, like deliberate choice. And the director, when he talked about this on Twitter, posted pictures of like a capybara like chilling with a crocodile, and the crocodile's just like they just get along with every animal. So that was kind of why he was the emotional support ballast in this movie out of all the animals. Congratulations to them.
Shout out to Capybara Team Mom.
I'm trying to look up. I swear to God that I've like read about like they bring in capybaras for different kinds of like stressed out animals because they're so good.
I'm
at
sure
that.
they do. Yeah,
I can't find it. Yeah. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
They're so cute. Google.
So adorable.
That movie made me miss having a cat really bad.
Word.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, hit it.
Okay, all right. Best science fiction and or fantasy film. We have coming in at number 5. What Are You Doing in My Swamp? Part 2.
Stop.
Flow. The Beast. I Saw the TV Glow, and appropriately enough, Furiosa for the win.
That's right.
Us,
This is her world.
queen. It's our world.
Yeah.
We're just living in it.
We're just living in it.
Yeah, it's kind of a bummer. It's really sandy.
Yeah.
Not to
And
turn
there's other
into
stuff
Anakin
going
Skywalker. Yeah, there's also a lot of other stuff going on, but
That's true.
mostly I'm concerned about the amount of sand.
If you can't drive in the Mad Max world, you're kind of in trouble.
Also true.
All right. Next category, we have Best Love Stories.
Aww.
We started with Queer. We have Matt and Mara. Between the Temples, which is the image here. It's a very cute image, I will say.
So adorable.
The Beast. And at the top, surprising no one, we have Challengers.
Listen, I know what I am.
Swinging that win. Surprised no one.
Challengers really bringing down the house at the Helena Awards.
Really doing very well at the Helena. Well, it's appropriate because it was nominated for checks notes 0 Oscars. So I gotta
That
do
really
what I gotta do.
did surprise me, actually. But it came out earlier in the year, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like too
That
hot and
and
sexy. The
Queer
leads were
not
too
getting
young.
any, both of them getting snubbed was
Yeah.
wild to me.
Yeah.
Queer was too weird, and Challengers
Well, they already
was
had
too
Amelia Perez, so...
and sexy and
Yeah.
young. But yeah, you gotta get Amelia Perez in there.
Sorry, I just
of
made a horrible
course.
noise.
No, I mean, I agreed with it in spirit.
Mm-hmm.
I had a fun one. This is Best Horror.
Yeah.
The 5 nominees here are Lisa Frankenstein, The First Omen, which was kind of a banger. I have not typically been a fan of the Omen series, but this one was very stylish and very spooky. I recommend it to people who don't mind a bit of religious horror. Then Nosferatu.
Hell yeah.
Then Smile 2, which is the image here that I chose. And the winner, of course, is I Saw the TV Glow, which I debated on because, it's definitely a different kind of horror than the other films in this category. I do think it's more of a psychological horror than anything else. And it's, to me, is more of like a slow burn, but it definitely has elements of that. And it is technically classified as a horror on many different places, where I was checking for references just to be absolutely categorical and technical about it. So I am putting it as the winner here, and I am certainly happy to award it that nomination. Yeah. Performer of the Year.
Okay.
Fun one. I
There
think
we
to
go.
qualify
Performer
for this
of the Year.
Let's see. There had to be at least a couple.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yes.
say, what is the differentiate here between, Best Actor, Best Actress?
This was more I saw them in multiple, at least 2.
They had
In the
multiple
case of our
things
winner,
come out in the year.
3. Yeah, they had 3 performances in the year and different things. They were great in all of them, and I love them. Are the qualifications.
Yeah, this is the wow, this person had more than one banger this year.
Okay.
Which, yeah, okay, I can get behind that logic. Didn't realize, okay, I learned something.
I
new,
promise the winner
just a
will
second.
surprise you.
Okay, we have, coming in at number 5, Zendaya. Is it Zendaya or Zendaya? I've been fucking this up for
I think it's a
years.
I
Okay.
think it's Zendaya. Yeah.
Okay, Zendaya for Challengers and Dune Part 2. Nicholas Hoult for Juror Number 2 and Nosferatu. Jason Schwartzman for Queer and Between the Temples. I just learned that Jason Schwartzman was in Queer right
So
now.
did I.
He's so fucking good in it. It's a supporting
I love
role.
him. I love him so much. He's so good. Josh O'Connor for La Chimera and Challengers
LOL.
getting beat out
That's
by
right, he did not win. That's why I said it would be a surprise.
number 1, Isabella Rossellini for Conclave, Problemista, and La Chimera. Which,
Smashing the
queen
blackboard
shit,
every time.
Jesus.
Yeah. What?
She was so good in La Chimera.
She was so good in La Chimera. So good. And then it's a thing. It's like all of these roles are supporting roles, but she shows up in every single one of her scenes. You're just like, God damn it! Ugh.
Yeah,
she's so amazing.
She's just like, hi, I'm here to sort of just explain to all of you what film acting is, and then just like clock off.
Yeah. Congratulations, Queen. I love you.
Go, I don't know, presumably have an espresso or something else extremely Italian.
Okay. I assume this is a spin-off of the movie that needed a sex scene, because this is a movie that had a sex scene, ! Presumably the idea is best sex scenes, or is it just amount of sex scenes in film?
It's a little bit of both.
Okay.
It's a little bit of both.
At the bottom, we have the brutalist, parentheses, shame about the heroine, on parentheses. That's how you say that, right? Yeah. A different man, LOL. Love Lies Bleeding, many such cases. Baby girl, and how, ! And then at the top, with the win, it's queer, many such cases.
Yep. There's just a lot of fucking in that movie, and, it's what I expected, and it's what I got.
Now I'm just thinking about how upsetting literally all of the sex in The Brutalist is.
I know.
Shame about the heroine.
I was like, God, there was a sex scene, wasn't there?
Yeah.
And you're just like, huh.
Well,
and then you're
that's
like,
why I didn't win.
This is nice for them. That's what I was like, my journey where I was like, oh, this is, what a nice reprieve for them. And then I was like, oh, no. Uh-oh. And then the heroine.
Yeah.
Sad movie. Most hooting and hollering. Anyway. This is an old
I didn't really also see. I should see if my roommate wants to watch Love Lies Bleeding. Sorry, I was trying to figure out what nature of lesbian what flavor of lesbianism was happening over there.
Oh, in Love Lies Bleeding?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, a good amount of it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Very much so.
Okay. So best score.
Wait, sorry. I deleted
somebody.
my category already.
Yeah, let Hell to go.
Okay, sorry.
You're good. I got one that was suggested by you actually a couple years ago. This is an Ezra category.
Yes,
most hooting and hollering. This is the nominees for this one. I don't remember making this,
but I remember that. Like, of course, that was me.
This is kind of an offshoot of like we need to honor Mission Impossible somehow.
And then I'm like, really?
No, I don't know.
It was one of us.
It was definitely one of us, but it might have been Batty.
You can battle it out, but
it was
I'm pretty sure
a Sneople group chat pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we search the Discord, I think that we will find it was Ezra, but correct me if I'm wrong. The nominations are Final Performance in The Substance. If you know, you know. That's my favorite part of the movie. Very gross. The second, Adam Pearson steps on screen in A Different Man, which I previously mentioned in the Best Supporting Actor category. It was just like, oh my god. Amazing. Come on in Challengers, because I'm not going to yell it like Zendaya yells it in the movie because my voice, but it is the that moment at the end of Challengers, which I have put in a little sneaky peek of in the very bottom of the picture. That was also, I want to say, brief tangent, one of the best theatrical experiences. He looks like he's about to slam this
dude's head in.
That man is very far up in the air. Nicely done.
Very close to the net.
Mm-hmm. Extremely so.
This seems like this would be illegal, actually, by tennis rules.
I think it probably is.
All's fair in love and war.
That's right, and tennis
is indeed the moral of the movie. And again, I will say that like my experience of this was heavily impacted by the amazing theater-going experience I had, where everybody else was also hooting and hollering and clapping and applauding throughout this entire end scene. It was very infectious. So that definitely happened. But the other nominees, of course, are Trial by Beaver and Hundreds of Beavers. I was kind of hooting and hollering throughout most of that movie.
I cannot wait to see this movie.
Agreed.
Especially during that scene. But the win is Truck Chase. Oh shit, there's gliders in Furiosa, Mad Max Saga. There's a very amazing car chase sequence that they pulled out. Some gliders and at one moment I was just like, fuck yes! That's the kind of shit that I go to the movies for.
You know that's right.
You know that's right. That's my winner. Okay.
Sorry,
Ezra,
I checked, and you were right,
No.
Helena. That was an Ezra category.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got
There you
mixed
go.
up because I say hootering hollering so much, but I did not in that particular case. Credit where
I've
credit's
realized
due.
that I tend to phrase it as hooting and also hollering. Like that.
Yeah,
that
I just say hooting
specifically-
and hollering.
If you say hooting and hollering, and I ended up saying hooting and also hollering for no
Yeah.
discernible reason.
So slightly different.
Okay. Coming in for best score, we have Juror Number 2, a movie that I learned about the existence of and then completely forgot about 3 separate times this year.
It's good.
It's on my list. Evil Does Not Exist, The Brutalist, A Different Man, and Challengers.
God, really showing my ass here. Yeah.
Look,
Listen.
I
Listen.
went Ape Escape for the Brutalist score, and even I'm not saying that Challengers necessarily deserved to win over that, but the fact that it wasn't nominated was oh, fuck off.
It's pretty crazy. Now the Brutalist score is amazing. I will say too. That's one of the things in the movie where I was like, "Fuck yes!" The opening sequence of that movie. Well, we'll get to it.
Yeah.
But it's very good. Even now, when I hear it in video montages that I've seen, and I'm just so hype. But the Challengers thing is pretty crazy.
This Helena Award is almost there's an angle of restorative award justice to the Helena Awards.
I'm righting a wrong here. Yeah, for sure.
So,
you're the Batman.
Best
of
opening is next.
Film awards.
Yes,
that's perfect. All the way at the tippity top.
That's correct. So for best opening, we've got Smile 2, Christmas Eve at Miller's Point, The Beast, The Substance, and right at the top with another The Brutalist.
Yup. Listen.
Yeah.
I was about that.
I
was about that shit.
Yep.
I love long tracking one shots and then big music and it made me feel a thing. It just did.
Yeah, it really is a punch in the emotional nuts right off the bat.
Mm-hmm. Congratulations to The Brutalist, best opening. Oh, this is an interesting category that I kind of have to explain a little bit to first-time listeners. This is best use of music. I do not have a best original song category because I think that category is a bullshit. So this is, I'm more interested in
This is best
awarding,
needle drop, basically, right?
Pretty much. If there was a good musical that came out this year, LOL, can't imagine what that would be. I would have put it in here if the music was used well. Blocked well and the numbers were interesting. But for all of these just happen to be kind of needle drops or music that's woven throughout the film in the way that it's used, the way that it comes on screen, the way that it changes the tenor of it's a lot of things. But if the music strikes me at any point as being used in a really interesting way, I put it on this list. The nominees are Challengers, LOL, Trap, which is of course filmed at a concert or takes place at a concert.
Sure does.
The Brutalist, which every use of music in The Brutalist is manages to be agonizing somehow. I saw the TV Glow, incredible use of music in that. And I think original performances as well from contemporary artists. But the winner here is Queer. I tried to find the scene that particularly made me crazy in the movie theater. I did include a YouTube link for later. It is a needle drop for... This is what I love about the movie, is that obviously it is not set in in contemporary time. It is set in the 1960s, late 1950s, early 1960s, but they use a lot of contemporary music in it, which is a thing that a choice that I personally love. And there is a needle drop moment with Nirvana's "Come As You Are," when Daniel Craig sees Drew Starkey's character for the first time, and I was just vibrating in my chair when that happened in the movie theater. Very excellent use, and love hearing Nirvana on big speakers. So yeah, that's best use of music.
Okay, I was really this one. I wasn't sure what to expect when I scrolled down to this one. I was like, can I guess? I don't know. But we have best LGBTQ film, which a category which I am always a big fan of. So coming in at number 5, we have Challengers, Love Lies Bleeding, The People's Joker. I'm
Of course.
reliving how much I loved going to see The People's Joker at 9:30 p.m. on a Tuesday, even though I had to work the next day.
Incredible
And just
stuff.
so much hooting and hollering in that theater. Queer, which was gonna be really funny if it was the winner for best LGBTQ film, the one that just says queer.
Yeah.
But coming in at number 1, we have I Saw the TV Glow.
Yeah.
Yep.
The movie,
Yep.
there's the movie that's just called Queer, and then there's the movie that maybe makes you transgender.
Possibly. What I love about I Saw the TV Glow is that, it is made by a transgender filmmaker. It includes, non-binary actors in the movie. It is very much, for a lot of queer people and a lot of transgender people who see the movie, very much speaks to their experience of it. But it's been really interesting hearing people who are not queer talk about it as well, that, they see that, and then they also resonate with what's happening to the characters as well on a different level, which I think is awesome. Amazing. That it's just and I also feel that I'm having the dual experience when I watched it of oh, I relate to this on a level of gender feelings and sexuality feelings, but also on a level of just this, I understand this feeling on a very different level as well. It's all there, but it's such a powerful work of queer art and trans art as well too, that it's a no-brainer for me, and I promise I'm not biased in any way.
That's fucking awesome.
For
I
reasons.
really need to fucking see this movie.
Yeah,
I
for real.
recommend. Oh, this is a little short category for you, Maddie. I'm sorry.
This is a nice little short category. This is one that I did rec. This is the number 1 movie I loved to hate. You may have seen this group of 3 movies before tonight. In fact, I think you've seen it twice. And you could probably guess the winner. At number 3, we've got The Substance. Number 2, we've got Wicked. And what? Sorry, is that Emilia Perez at the top? Who could have guessed?
It's Emilia Perez. It's not Emilia Perez
Emilia
with
Perez.
the steel chair. It's Emilia Perez taking the steel chair to the face yet again.
Oh,
That's
dear
right.
me.
In the
I
Battle
did not have
Royale,
a good time.
Emilia Perez went out first.
If you want for the next 3, if you guys want to take
Got dead
the
dropped.
next 2, and then I will do Best Picture if you want to take us out.
I want
Sounds
to do
good to
Best
me.
Picture.
Oh, okay.
You want to do Best Picture, Maddie?
No, you should do Best Picture. They're your awards. You get to do Best Picture. Do you want... Which one do you want, Z? Do you care?
I really don't mind.
Why don't you go next, because I just went.
Okay. All right. So, Best Actress, we have at number 5 is Nicole Kidman in Baby Girl. A movie that I know literally nothing about, and I have to go look up now.
Oh, please do.
Carol Duarte for La Chimera. Julianne Nicholson in Janet Planet. Léa Seydoux in The Beast. And Marianne Jean-Baptiste in Hard Truths with the Win.
Probably the biggest snub of the year. Fucking insane.
I have this theory about the combination of racism and people falling asleep during Mike Leigh films. I say this as a person who falls asleep during Mike Leigh films. I'm sorry. I know they're really good. I also fall asleep during them.
That's fair. It's definitely...
This one maybe not, but I have fallen asleep in a non-zero number of Mike Leigh films.
It's a shorter one of his shorter ones, I think.
That is attractive in and of itself.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is anyway. It felt like a lot, shorter than Peterloo, certainly.
Okay. I mean, and I did actually sit through all of Peterloo, though, so...
That's true. So did I.
Subject matter difference.
Subject matter, I think, and I think you're 100% correct. I think that's kind of it's 97 minutes long. I think that's
okay.
kind of
That's I can do that.
very doable. I think that's kind of the irony of it, is this, like, it is challenging. It is, like, presenting a complex and interesting and like, difficult Black character, Black woman in the lead role, and asking you to empathize with her when it is very hard to, and a bunch of idiots went to go see it who are in charge of making decisions about movies, who apparently you would think would, like, know something about that, and they went, nah, we're not going to do that. And it's just a really interesting choice, because I think that we as moviegoers are forced to sit with much more despicable and hard to handle characters from male actors, and from white male actors especially, and from white women actors as well. Just accept that as just like, well, that's just how they are, and it's like, let's move the needle a little bit. But I digress. It was, quite honestly, when I walked out of that movie, there were two people behind me who were coming out, and they said something that I happen to agree with, that I remember, which is like, people are always saying stuff like, oh, that was such a brave performance, about like performances and stuff. But they were like, but this genuinely was a brave performance, because she was just willing to just show such a hard side of yourself, that to the world, to the camera, in this character. And because it was a Mike Leigh film, that's how he makes things. It's like, it was kind of, they worked together to kind of devise this role, so that she was a huge part of, like, creating this character. And it was just like, the thing that I think has been missed in discussions of it is, like, she's also really funny, and there are a lot of parts of the movie where you agree with her. And then it's just, sometimes you see what her pain and her anxiety and her depression and the way that she's lashing out, how it just comes out like that. And it's just the performance of the year for me, and, like, the most egregious snub, like, bar none this year. And, like, the past 5 years, kind of, I'm just like, I don't.
Damn. Okay.
Anyway, I won't dwell on it. I'll try not to overdo it, but, like, it's crazy. I'm just now remembering how badly she got snubbed, and how badly this movie got snubbed this year, and I'm annoyed about it. Anyway,
did it win any
almost
BAFTAs?
Damn, I really gonna
or
see
like
this.
it won BAFTA. Well, it was nominated.
Okay. I was just curious.
At least,
It pulled some
and,
stuff.
like, yeah, it definitely got more attention, certainly in the UK, and, like, there was a buzz. Like, she was close. She was in the running, and people were talking about it. But it was one of the things where she was definitely getting more recognition, like, concrete recognition from, like, journalist awards and, like, Indie Spirit stuff and the BAFTAs and things that, like, do move the needle a little bit towards people talking about it. But, like, if the people who are in the guilds and in the academy aren't watching it, it's not really going to make that much of a difference in the end, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So, and also, like, again, distribution, it premiered somewhere. They didn't watch it. They didn't like it. They didn't want to go through with it. So it didn't get picked up for a while. And it had, like, a protracted release. It literally played, I think, for, like, 2 weeks. And I just happen to be living currently right now in one of the cities in which they deigned to play it in. So I had the chance to see it when it was here, in December. But then it just kind of, like,
yeah, like, I have a pretty good indie theater, and I don't think if they played it, it wasn't for very long.
Yeah,
I don't know that.
Even
I don't know
it
that we
played
had
at the
at all.
It played at the Lincoln Center over here, which is a great theater. But I think that was literally only for, like, 2 weeks. I was just kind of like, I have to go see
I
it
didn't
because,
see it
like,
playing here. I could have obviously missed it, but
yeah. I mean, I'm sure it'll come back around. Sometimes that happens, especially I've noticed in Portland, like at the Hollywood, like they'll sometimes get stuff and sometimes it won't happen right away. But yeah, it was definitely screwed over a little bit by the folks at the top, I might say. Anyway, hair and makeup.
That's right. I love we get to the end and it's Best Actress, Best Hair and Makeup, and then Best Picture.
LOL.
So at number 8, we've got Hitman. Number 7, we've got Your Monster. Number 6, we've got The Brutalist. And number 5, we've got Toon. Number 4, we've got Furiosa. And then we've got a cluster of things that actually did get nominations. So at number 3, we've got Nosferatu. Number 2, The Substance. And winning, we have A Different Man.
Yay!
Yay!
Yay! Congrats.
What actually won the Oscar this year? Do y'all remember?
Substance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Very deserved, I will say. Very deserved.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, so I promise we're getting there. It is 12:01 in the morning in New York.
Comrade.
So I cheated a little bit here because I saw Christmas Eve in Miller's Point really towards the end of my race of like catching up to these movies. I fucking loved it. And to kind of partially answer your question earlier, Ezra, it's just like one of those plotless kind of like vibesy ensemble movies where like it's just this really big extended family who gathers at this house at Christmas time, and like there's some weird relationships, there's some tension, but there's a lot of like getting together and enjoying each other's company, and then like one of the teenagers sneaks out and goes off on her own and does all of that stuff, and there's like an underlying thread of like the son who lives at the house with grandma wants to sell this house they've been going to every single year. But
okay.
it is like pretty much 90% plotless, and it's just kind of following these characters along on this one night of Christmas Eve. And that is a kind of movie that I happen to just really love. I felt it was really beautifully filmed. I did know one actor in it, obviously Ben Shankman, who is my kind of go-to. Lewis from Angels in America, the miniseries, is in it. He's very fun in it. Yeah,
I love him.
He's very good. I kind of like, he was the one guy. Oh, and Michael Cera is in it as well, I guess, and Greg Turkington. But like, Michael Cera's part is smaller, and Ben Shankman was kind of my one thing where I was like, oh, he's in that. That's fun. And then the more that people talked about it, I was like, I gotta see this movie. So it's a very small, very vibesy, but I highly recommend it. It's kind of odd and off-putting-ish, but like still very warm and very detailed, very character-driven. I recommend it. It is tied at the bottom of this list with Hundreds of Beavers, which I just had to put in here. Congratulations, Best Picture nominee, Hundreds of Beavers. And then we have Small Things Like These, another one which came in right towards the end as I was catching up there. I'm really glad I saw it because, great movie, very underrated. I saw The TV Glow, Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, Challengers, our old friend, Nickel Boys, Janet Planet, Hard Truths, A Different Man, and the winner is La Chimera.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I really gotta see that, man.
I loved this movie. It just kind of dug under my skin a little bit, and I had a wonderful time, and I think it's a very beautiful movie, and I would love to see it again sometime. And nothing has really come close to toppling it. But these are all really great movies that I highly recommend people checking out. Christ Alive. That's
2.5 hours later.
We did it.
I had a really good
Helena
time
Awards
making this
are
list.
awarded.
They're awarded. The winners have gone to the after party. They're looking for tiny sandwiches.
I was supposed to supply the tiny sandwiches and I didn't.
Oh, shit.
Not the cucumber sandwiches.
Fuck.
Oh, man. Well, they'll survive. They'll go get in and out and it'll be good.
They'll go get drunk somewhere else.
Yeah. But
my after party is eating half a chicken sandwich.
Thanks for everybody for listening, and thank you two for listening and putting up with me.
Yeah,
while I make
I
this.
love the Helena Awards.
Man, shut the fuck up. Don't apologize.
Yeah,
I love the Helena Awards. I love
good.
you getting obsessive and writing a whole little document that I get to look at.
I love being obsessive and making a whole little document and making lists.
It brings me joy.
This year was definitely, I think, my favorite year to do it because I did see just a lot of really good movies that I was really excited to reward this year. So I'm very happy. I wish this would translate into actual awards for them, but in the meantime, I'm just going to have to... Yeah, let it be what it be. And if people are interested, I believe, Maddie, you have the link. If that's something that, like, you
I'll
or
post
Ben
it in
are
the
in charge
Discord.
of is... Yeah, there'd be the thingy for the, either this document as well, but also for the New to Me in 2024 Helena Awards, which is pretty much a lot of the same categories, but for all the ones I saw.
A Patreon clip of that? That might be fun.
We might do that sometime. Yeah, just hit me up and whenever y'all are free, and I can talk about those too.
Yeah, we'll do...
Yeah, I'd be into that.
We'll do a little Patreon
I'd love
thing
to talk
for
about
the
them.
new to Helena. So, Helena Awards 2! But if you want to look through the document of the full document of the Helena Awards, that'll be posted in our just regular fan Discord day that this episode releases. We talk about the link every time in our outro, so you can just join us there. That's where we are.
Yeah.
I guess you could also shoot us an email if you want to talk about it, but if you want to read the document, you gotta go to the Discord.
Gotta go to the Discord.
I don't make the rules, except I do.
You kind of do, but you kind of don't at the same time.
Yeah.
Let's see if
it's
I can
a collaborative
get
process.
It's a
this
democracy.
entire outro without coughing. Shall we see if I can do that?
Do you want me to do the outro?
I was gonna say,
No, I think...
okay.
One of us can do
I
it.
mean...
Okay.
All right. Let's see if I can do it. Let's see.
You got it, big man.
If I try it, if it doesn't work after one take, we can try someone else. Okay.
Okay.
But thank you for hanging out with us here on Sneople at the Movies from the Infinity Break Network and for sitting through another year of the Helena Awards.
Woo!
Please,
Woohoo!
fanfare noise. Bow, 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 bow. Check us out at infinitybreak.net for more awesome content. And come chat with us on the Infinity Break Discord. You can find it at bit.ly/I Infinity T Talk. You can also shoot us an email at sneopleatthemovies@gmail.com if you've got a subject you want to hear us talk about, a movie you think we absolutely need to see, or got some takes to share regarding the Helena Awards this year. And also, I will add, if you have any category suggestions for next year, not that we need to make it any longer, but there's always the chance that
stuff out.
One category,
we can start shuffling
one category
things.
won't be filled. Yeah, absolutely. So send those our way. Our Oscar-worthy music was done by Johnny Ronaldo, who you can find hanging out on our Discord or streaming on Thursdays at twitch.tv/InfinityBreakGaming. Our glorious Technicolor logo was designed by Bethany Luthold. You can check her out at blalaniarts.wixsite.com. That's BLEILANI arts.wixsite.com. If you've enjoyed listening, please leave us a review on iTunes and share the show with your friends, your enemies, and your partners in crime, and also the other rival tennis player that you shared an awkward moment with at the hotel room that one time.
That's right.
As always, thank you for listening, and we'll see you at the movies.